Right. How is it going?
I've gotten used to it, but I still go to school anyway
Okay, okay.
for if I'm a teacher.
Ah, nice, nice. Where do you teach?
I teach in Qatar.
Oh,
I
wow.
teach in a nursery school.
Oh,
Mm,
really? Wow.
yes.
Oh my gosh. I've been through Qatar once.
Okay.
The airport is lovely. I've
Yeah,
never
lots
been
of people
out.
pass through Qatar. Lots
Mm-hmm.
of people pass through Qatar. So I try
Yes.
to get my friends out if I'm aware that they're passing through, so they
Okay.
could see the town.
Mm-hmm. How is living there? Is it even a holiday destination? Is it nice like Dubai?
Very, very nice.
Mm,
Very, very nice. It's awesome.
nice.
It's just
Right.
a small Dubai.
A
It's
small
mini
Dubai.
Dubai.
Okay. Okay. So are people gradually going back to normal?
Yeah, we're almost completely open here.
Okay.
There's been a there's been like 4 phases. We're on the third phase of opening now.
Oh, wow. I see.
The fourth phase will be everybody. That's September.
Okay. Okay. That's
But
good.
because they've been able to bring the numbers down.
Down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope it
You know,
works for
Qatar
every
is
one of us, every
preparing.
country.
Eh?
I said, I hope it works for
Oh,
every country because we really need to go back out.
Qatar needs it because Qatar is preparing for World Cup 2022. So they
Oh,
really need to flatten the curve. So
yes.
they're doing everything they can to make sure that there are no reinfections and all that.
Yeah.
There are countries that are no-fly areas. Nigeria is one of them, high-risk
Uh,
areas.
wow.
So they're not accepting anybody from Nigeria for now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, now because your numbers keep
It's
increasing.
still going up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Anyway, it's not like there are many Nigerians that come to Qatar. How long have you been living there?
3 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay. What made you decide Qatar?
And my husband got transferred here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You you hardly come here for pleasure. It's always for work.
Work. Mm-hmm.
Mm, always
Yeah,
for
I
work.
thought so. I thought so. So let's say, give or take at about 12:10, we'll start. So we'll just give everybody 10 minutes and whoever's here is here. Hello, Precious. Can you hear me? Okay, Precious has disappeared again. Maybe her network. Right. So were you a teacher in Nigeria before you moved?
Yes, I was.
Okay, okay. How is it
I
different?
was teaching the SS1, SS2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But where I got the job here is in the nursery. So I had
Oh.
to go back to learn the early years foundation course.
I see. I see.
I have I have a PGDE, but I needed the early years course also.
Okay. Okay. I suppose we all learn every time. One minute you think that you're done, and then next minute something else comes up.
One major difference is that my class has a camera, so the parents are watching me 24 hours.
Why? Why?
Hey, so everybody is under watch.
Why? Why is that?
They want to see what is happening now, and it's just the policy of the school. Lots of nurseries are like that here.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Ah,
The
okay. Oh.
highly rated schools, they have their nationals there, the Qataris, uh, and
Mm-hmm.
they are
Wow.
VIPs, VVIPs.
Interesting. Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. Anyway, I suppose you're excited. You're making all the Qatar money.
Yes, and send it back home.
Exactly. So do you have another business that you do as well?
Yes, I have
Okay.
online shops.
Mm. What does your
Online.
online shop sell?
I do virtual top-ups for my friends. Virtual top-ups, data, cable, electricity bills,
Oh, wow.
and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Right.
Then
When you
I
say your
run a
friends, in
coaching.
Qatar or in Nigeria?
No, in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Nigeria.
Ah,
Yeah.
you're international.
Nigeria.
Nice. Hello, Akwase. How are you? Uh-oh, you're mute. Aha.
I'm blessed. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies. I can see Sister Fumi, Just eBay,
Yay.
Magazine. That's you.
Yes, 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 yes. How are you? Thank you for joining.
Always, always. Thank you. Sorry, I
Good.
missed the one for last week. Last 2 weeks, I
Yes.
had my training.
Okay, okay.
Coincided with my training time.
Nice. You're one of our regulars. Thank you.
Thank
So we
you.
will start at exactly 10 past 12. So we're doing introductions. Fumi's just done hers. So if you would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Thank you. My name is Ekwase Igbe. What I do. Okay, sorry, for introduction, what am I supposed to say?
Tell us your name, what you
I'm a
do,
teacher,
and what you
and I
hope to
teach in
gain
Qatar.
today. Sorry?
I was just teasing Mommy Egbe. I was just teasing her.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Ekwase Igbe. I'm from Edo State, not Ghana. So what I do, I wear many caps, but the focus is giving motivational talks and giving trainings to change lives.
Nice.
We are change agents. We
Nice.
give talks to children from ages 11 to 29
Mm,
on various models, e.g., core values, which is fast eroding in our society now,
yeah.
goal setting skills, effective studying skills, leadership skills, how to manage failure and distractions, and principles of a winner. So yeah, that's it. When we go to secondary schools and primary schools, focus on public schools in order to help these children because they are future leaders. Thank you.
Yeah, well done. And my kids have been privileged to attend some
Oh
of your
yeah.
sessions. Yeah.
Oh, the pioneer set. Yes, and even recently. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank
I
you for
hope they
that.
found them useful.
Oh,
The session
yes,
was
they
useful.
did. They did. They did. They did. Well done. Well done. Okay, so it's 12:10 now, and we are going to start. Thank you, everybody, for joining and for being on time. Just Ibe, are you there? Hello, Just Ibe, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Yes. So Just Ibe, our trainer, is here. She was bang on time at 11:58 to be precise. So we're gonna start now, and then when people join in, they join in because we have to be mindful of time, and then we have a few webinars going on today. So I'm going to introduce Just Ibe to our session today, and whilst I do that, I'm just gonna okay, I can't find share screen. Where's share screen gone? Yeah, there it is. So I'm just gonna put this there. whilst I introduce Just eBay. So, welcome again, everybody, to the ELOY Sustainable Empowerment webinar series. We've been doing these series since July, and the aim of these webinar series are to empower women with information to help them sustain their businesses, especially during this COVID era. So the plan is to, well, the aim again is to be able to give them useful information to help them scale and pivot in their businesses. So today we're talking about sales strategy to transform your business. And who other to speak to us about sales than the guru herself, the activator, Just eBay. So Just eBay is a trained consultant of over 8 years experience in the banking industry. She works with SMEs and startups to deploy marketing and sales strategies to help them grow their businesses. She is currently an MBA student at the University of South Wales, United Kingdom. Just eBay has helped over 1,500 startups across the world to create consistent revenue in their businesses. And she is on a mission to replicate these results for 20,000 African startups. Join us, well, for 20,000 African startups. So join us today as we welcome Just eBay to the ELOY Sustainable Empowerment Series Day 5. And she's talking again about sales strategy to transform your business. Thank you very much for being here, Just eBay.
Thank you so much, ELOY Awards Foundation, for having me. I appreciate every opportunity I get to speak to women, especially entrepreneurs, because one of the things I believe very strongly in is entrepreneurs will shape the future of the African continent. And this literally informs my work that I do in my personal brand, Just eBay Consulting, and in the Association of African Startups, which is a new organization we have formed with a goal to make sure that we are raising the next pool of entrepreneurs that will rebuild the African economy. So before we go into sales strategies for the times we're in, I want us to attempt to actually take a look at what's going on with specific focus on how it affects the African economy. And I want us to keep a very open mind, okay, as we go through today's class. Majority of this that we'll be sharing may not be conventional, but it will be very useful and transformative in your life and business. We are in a time in Africa where it's now imperative that we move or we will be moved. Let me say it again. We're in a time in Africa where we move or we will be moved, or we create or will be swallowed. That's the word. We create or will be swallowed. Everything speaking around us is showing us that our economy is so weak that we either do something about it aggressively or we'll just be taken. It's sad, but it's the truth. I've taken the last couple weeks/months to embed myself in the state of Africa is bad. But the big question is, what roles do you and I have to play with the small businesses that we have? That's the big question, because if we can't fight at that level, we're helpless. We cannot necessarily go and challenge the government today. It will be activism without direction, and it doesn't work. But how do you, with the business that you have today, begin to incite others to think like you with a view to building a business that would affect you personally? That's your personal economy. Then the economy of the community where you find yourself, the economy of the nation where you operate in, and then the economy of the continent, as the case may be. And that's why we're here, sales strategies for the new economy. And sales is not just buying and selling. I need us to correct that today. In the past, sales is, take my product, give me the money. That's transactional buying and selling. It's not going to sustain you today. You know why? Because the customers you want to sell to, they have learned how to prioritize what they need such that what they used to buy from you easily before is now no longer an essential. So it's easy for them to say, I used to buy hair in the past because I had a lot of money to throw around. But now I am wise because I'm thinking of how to increase my earning capacity. So that hair sorry, go down to number 10 in the scale of preference. That's how they are thinking. And I use hair as a commodity. It doesn't mean every other kind of business is not affected. One way or the other, your customers' buying potential has either been affected, or in their minds, they have had to re-strategize on what they spend money on. So how do you, as a business owner, connect with the heart of the customer to get them to bring out the money, irrespective of the times and seasons that we're in? And that's what selling is about in today's world. In today's world, selling is a game of understanding the mind and mental transformation that your customer is looking for, as opposed to just the physical transformation. E.g., there's what's called mind, body, and soul transformation. Your customers right now are looking for mind, body, and soul transformation for the same price that they were buying only bodily transformation in the past. Meaning, in the past, I could just buy one nice pair of hair and I whip it back and forth and feel like, yeah, I've arrived. And I'll be fine because I think I have deceived the world. You know, shiny object syndrome on Instagram. But in these days, you will wear the hair and still whip it back and forth. After whipping it back and forth, you will enter your room and cry because you are depressed inside. So the hair vendor who is focused on selling the aesthetic, which is just the product, will sell to that customer one hair, but the customer will enter into their room and go and pay a therapist to get their mind to where their outer attitude should be. So your customer is looking for mind, body, and soul transformation. You are giving just body transformation. So he's giving you 30K for a pair of hair. He will pay 100K to the therapist to teach them how to make their mind work. So you're getting peanuts, and the other person who is focusing on mind and soul transformation is getting 10 times what you're getting. So selling now is a game of speaking to the mind of your customers. Those things that they are going through inside out that they are not privy to say publicly is what you need to start projecting to them. And I know that we come from a school of thought where people will say, please sell what people want to buy. That's great. Sell what people want to buy now to make some cash. But I teach a principle called positioning. Repositioning, meaning you need to grow a brand that people will draw to you, they will run to you, they will rush to you because you're speaking a language that they believe people don't understand. Almost as though your customers will look at your products and services and the way you relate to them and say, she gets us, she understands it, she knows what we are going through. She's not just here for the money because she understands our problem. That's who you must become today. Sales strategy number 1. Start selling mind, body, and soul transformation so that your customers move beyond just the product or the commodity to actual value that they get from doing business with you. That way, your business will be sustainable because it will not just end at they bought the product and they collected the money. It's now going to be, yes, so I've bought product from her, but I'm sticking with this one because this one knows it. This one gets it. This one knows what we're going through. And that way, what will happen is one customer will become 1,000 customers because he will start going everywhere and telling, this one, this one, this one. And I'm not speaking to you from theory. I'm speaking to you from somebody who recently I met. And after working with her, I told myself, why have I wasted money buying from all these other people? Because she's not just interested in outward. She's taking you inside out. Me now, I've now become her disciple. Unsolicited. I'm getting people here and here. You know, she just come and say, Joss, I saw your people again. Oh, well done. Thank you. She didn't have to coerce me or ask me for testimonial to do it. I have gotten her clients, plenty. Why? Because she figured out how to appeal to mind, body, and soul. So, dear sister, if you are thinking of building a sustainable business in this economy, leave selling just the physical commodity and become a visionary. See into the life, see into the mind, almost see into the future of your customer and position yourself as the person who is or has been created for them. So what it will require of you is you're going to become a lot more strategic. You're going to deepen your understanding of the sector or the market where you play in. You're going to try and study future trends. When I say future trends, there are several platforms that do all of those future trends. But you see, I don't rely on all of those things to know the future trends. I don't rely on World Economic Forum to know what's going to happen in the future. For some weird reason, well, I don't want to call it for some weird reason. I'm a Christian, and I believe that God has insight to all the things that will happen. People call it prophetic. I think it's being a futurist. You see what is going to happen in your industry. You develop a certain level of foresight that tells you, auntie, position. And I shared this from a place of personal experience. In April, I started to ask for more. I'm like, yo, sales cannot just be everything there is about Justivate. There has to be more. I started searching actively until I got to a point where I started getting blueprints for what was called repositioning at a time where the world was not thinking about it. 6 months down the line, everybody is shouting repositioning. But that's because I sat down to get, where's the industry going? Can I face it? Can I position? So guys, the future of selling in your industry is be futuristic. Dig deep into their mind, dig deep into their heart, dig into their mind, dig into their lives, and start projecting those things in your everyday content that you put out there. Initially, people will look at you and say, this girl is not right. But it's okay, they'll catch up. They'll catch up. But those who are your, what's the word? I'm looking for the right language. Those who are your customers, who have those pain points of what you are preaching, they are somewhere and they will never like, they will never comment. You know why? Because most times they don't even want to identify with those things that they are going through. But they will not become stark raving fans. They will come into your inbox, coming to say thank you, God bless you, coming to say things to you. That's how you know that this thing you are saying, it makes sense. When I started talking about repositioning 2020, people are looking at me and saying, what's this girl saying? Whenever they say, come on, learn how to sell, because that's why everybody was shouting in the industry. But I looked at the industry and I said, no, it's not learning how to sell. Because people who you want to sell to, they're also looking for money, just like you're looking for money. So what is going to bring out the money from their pocket is not you selling to them. It's you positioning to them what is going on in their innermost hearts. So you're trying to sell to an employee, right? Who works who works a job. And you're trying to sell to her, come and buy a course, start a side hustle, right? Mm-hmm. She wants to start a side hustle, really, okay? But she doesn't understand why she must buy from you or why she really needs to do this now. But if you want to get her to buy from you, what you start saying to her, you start showing her the statistics. In the next couple of months, you may be jobless. In the next couple of months, the amount of money that you think is to sustain you will have been cut by half. In the next couple of months, the standard of living where you used to be able to afford may have been taken away from you. Do you have a cushion? In the next couple of months, you may not be able to pay your children's school fees. Harsh realities, but it's what it is. So rather than focus on selling a course, start your side hustle. Start showing to her or him what will happen to them if they don't plan. It's not being a prophet of doom, it's what it is, it's the market. And I'm not even saying it because it's not happening, it's happening every day. Salaries have been slashed. Businesses are losing, employees are losing their jobs on a daily. Yesterday, one man who my friend knows lost his job. His wife just had a baby 3 months ago. They're still struggling with finishing the hospital bill because of HMO and all of those things. He lost his job, has three children in the house, every means of livelihood gone. Wife does not have a job. That is the harsh reality. Now, you who's trying to start a side hustle to an employee, you're going to start teaching them using examples of what's going on in the world. So that you're opening their mind to, can I prepare? Can I plan? Can I learn this? So your business has to move from, I want to collect money from the customer to, I want to also empower them in a way. Because the greatest struggle your customers are going through is, how do I earn? How do I increase my earning potential or my earning capacity? How do I make more money? How do I work? How do I fix my mind? My mind is going crazy. Everybody, almost everybody in this life, Nigeria, I'm telling you, their minds are going crazy. It's a serious matter. Mm-hmm. It's a serious matter. Almost feels as if the devil is on rampage affecting people's minds.
Yeah.
So that's why as a business owner, you cannot, you see, if you ignore it, you have lost your market share. Because it's inside there that the decision is made to buy from you or not. So carry that message, that thing that you said, carry it, take it inside, sell it out. So that there's a connection from background and then they follow you, almost as though you enter, right? Yes, you enter, you pace them, it's called pacing. You are at the same level with them, they begin to grow with them. Until they get to a point where they say, well, you know what, I need this girl, I need this lady, I need this person in my life, or I need their product or service. So the bottom line of what I have said so far is you must become intense educators. You must move from transactional-based marketing to value-based marketing. Meaning, people say enter into DMs, chats, collect money from people. I mean, chat, market them, it's great, okay? But let me tell you something. A lot of times, you may never really grow your influence chasing after money. You may never really grow your influence chasing after money. At the end of the day, you make money. Some may buy, some may not buy. But if you focus on value-based marketing, which is identify 2 or 3 people who have your target audience on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis, go to their page, go and teach. When you go and teach, how many people have heard you? Maybe 50 more people have heard you. Once 50 more people have heard you, what will happen is people will start mentioning, oh, I heard this lady, I heard this lady, I heard this lady. Your potential to earn has moved from all the people in your DM to 50 more people who will tell 50 more people who will tell, like that. The ripple effect is massive. So value-based marketing is identify places and people where you go and talk about the value that you carry. After that, you will now see that people will begin to gravitate towards you. If you have a system in place, obviously, where somebody can sit in your DM and manage, fantastic, please go ahead by all means. If you don't, it may be a lot of struggle to manage that and still be able to attract quality level of influence and authority as you build your brand. So that's step 1 for strategies for selling in this economy. The next thing we must pay attention to is video marketing. Guys, video marketing. Video marketing right now is the next hot gold. I don't care what anybody has to say, but if you're a business owner today and you're not leveraging video marketing, you have almost lost your market share. You know why? In 2020, Consumer Insights says 74% of internet traffic will be driven by videos. What does that mean? That means 26% is what you have to struggle with. See, is it you that is trying to build an audience that will be struggling for the 26? When there are celebrities there who are even using the videos. That's why you will hardly hear, oh, viral posts. It's always viral video, viral video, viral video. Why? Instagram, Facebook, they are wired to make sure that their videos get more attention. In fact, Instagram for Business, their official handle, do you follow their official handle? They are running video ads. They've been running video ads for the past 6 months.
I see it.
You see it, my dear? They're trying to teach you how to use their platform. People don't get it. They're showing you that they are using videos to get attention. You should be using videos to get attention. So guys, this is a new face of sales. And you know, before we started this, Tawa and I were having a conversation, and Tawa was saying that she was going through my videos and she was like, oh wow, nice, fantastic, great job. See, with one video, you can get 5,000 people to pay attention to you and believe in you. One small video like this. One small teeny, they call it teeny video. You can get 5,000 people to see that video across the world and just believe this person has brain. Let me share just a little bit of insight with you guys. I don't have more than 26,000 followers, but in a month, the least I do is 150,000 reach / impression. That's the least. I'm being modest. Why? Because I use videos. Because you look at one of my videos, you see 6,000, 7,000. Meanwhile, if you look at the post, it's not more than 700 views. It's not the views, it's the reach. Who are those seeing it? Because the greatest constituency of people who are watching you may never like, may never comment. I'm telling you. They may never like. The highest paying clients I've gotten, they have never liked or commented on my post. They are just watching from afar. Yes, they call them evil spirits. They exist. So sometimes don't chase away evil spirits, or they have money to pay. I'm telling you. A few days ago, I was sitting there when somebody just called me and said, hey, hi, ma, my name is XYZ and I saw your video somewhere. I'd like to have a session with you. She paid for a strategy session. After we finished, this one paid for a 3-month coaching relationship. I don't want to tell you how much in millions she paid. She has never liked. She has never commented. She said, I saw your video somewhere. Somewhere. That is me, one customer. I got multiple 7 figures from one person. So do the maths. Your customers are somewhere sitting down, waiting for something that will convince them of the value that you carry. It's not going to be a post. Why? Because customers have very short attention span. They don't have time to scroll through the long-term sheet. I'm telling you, they don't. Even if your video is boring, they will click on it and hear the first 3-4 seconds. If it's not making sense, they'll go away. So there's an art and science to videos. I will share some of it with you, but I'll also take you to a masterclass that I've recorded that would help you, digest it properly. With the first 3 seconds, if it's not, they'll say, what's wrong with her now? What's wrong with her now? So video marketing is the next goal. In 2021, Google has estimated that 82% of internet traffic will be driven by videos. I don't know what is left. There's nothing left. Key in now. Don't wait till next year. So that between now and next year, you'll have understood it. If shyness is doing you, you'll have overcome your shyness. So that by 2021, you start balling. You must ball. Videos. There's no room for I'm shy, I'm not confident. Nobody is confident from birth. We master it. In fact, I'm still getting better. There are certain ways I want to sound in my videos that I haven't gotten there yet. Some people will say, but you're so good. I'm good, but I know where I'm going. And if you go down to when I started 4 years ago, I started doing videos 4 years ago, it's not today. There's a huge gap between just the 4 years and now. So if you're going to start today, give yourself 3 months, you'll see the huge gap. You'll have grown. But aside from you growing, your business will have grown because more customers will gravitate towards you. Gravitate towards you. You shoot a video, you will make sense. Well, people will start sharing in different WhatsApp group. How do you think all those videos that are shared in WhatsApp group happen? It's not one person that shoots a video somewhere. Why shouldn't that be you? It's true. When I see those viral videos, I ask myself, but this is a human being. She made so much sense that people found it worthy to begin to share her video across groups. And that's not to tell you the number of followership, the number of people who will pay attention to her, who will buy her products and services, who will generally pay attention. So video marketing is way to go. The next thing to pay attention to in this time, if you want to really build sales that is sustainable, is collaborate. You must collaborate. When I say collaborate, identify platforms that have your audience and go there and teach. Don't go there and sell, please, guys. Don't get it wrong. You can pay an influencer to promote your product and services, but let me tell you, the highest you get is followership. If you get patronage, the influencer is very good. I'm telling you, the influencer is, when I say very good, the person is interested in you getting value for your money. These days, you pay influencers for marketing, they're interested in just posting the product. Whether you get value, you don't get value, nobody cares anymore. It's a sad reality. I mean, this market, I know. But if you see an influencer that takes time to market your product and you got sales, you were lucky. So the best thing to pay an influencer for is not to go and post my product on your page. That's great for followership, for exposure, but you want ROI, look for pages where you go and teach. Look for pages where you go and show yourself. E.g., look at me in ELOY Sustainable. I'm here teaching people. If I finish teaching and you feel like, this woman has sense, you follow me. When you follow me, so that I'm selling something and you think it's beneficial to you, you pay. That's how it works. So you too can strategically identify pages where you go and teach at least once a week. And I know somebody say, all those influencers will not answer also. It doesn't have to be 100,000 followers. Look for somebody with 5,000 followers, 2,500 followers, 1,800 followers. Go to their pages and teach. There's what's called law of ripple effect. When I go to 1,400 person follower page and I do it 10 times, what will happen? That's already 10,000 follower page. Build. You see, the more people can see you in different platforms, the more they say there's something going on with this brand. Let's pay attention. That's what it is. And you start to attract bigger attention because they say, oh, she spoke this here, she spoke this here, she spoke this here. That means she's valuable. Let's talk to her. Having said that about collaborations, right? The next thing to now really focus on is how do you actually do video marketing that converts? What sort of strategies do you put in place to get these videos to convert? The first thing to understand is you don't just wake up and say, let me go and start shooting videos. Create a defined strategy. So every month, what I do is I create a monthly theme. So this month, we'll talk about this throughout the month. So I'll shoot videos at once for all those things. But for you, because depending on the audience that you have, you may not do 1 month. You may do 2 weeks. You may do 1 week. So that means you arrange your content in a way that for 1 week, you're talking about a particular subject matter in different phases. Break one problem down, decompose it. And in decomposing it, you highlight the solutions, highlight the problem, and highlight what will happen if they don't take advantage of the solutions you're creating. Do you see this mode? Highlight the problem, highlight the solution, highlight what they will lose if they don't take action. That's how to shoot videos. You take them through a series of stories, monthly or weekly or bi-weekly, depending on the audience that you have and the mode that you want to adopt. Once you are clear on this strategy, the next thing is to now say, how are you going to adopt this strategy into the different kinds of videos that you must have in your brand? Different kinds of videos that you must have is, number one, you must have explainer videos. Explainer videos are videos that explain the product and services that you sell in detail to the average user. And these videos can either be put on your website or on your page or on your highlights. Okay? So let me give you a gist that I normally tell people to use. I normally say to them, on your highlights, put a very small circle that says, I have a gift for you. Right? Everybody wants the gift. But in that gift, what you're going to put there is a video where you say, hi, my name is Just eBay, and today I'm going to be teaching you how this product works, should you purchase it, and why you need to purchase it. You now show them, if you buy this soap, first of all, use this soap, put it for 10 minutes. You know how they used to do those fast forward. The next thing, wash up. The next thing, put this on the spot. The next thing, put this. It's a short explanation showing how the product that you're about to sell to them on your page works. And so in that particular video, what you are saying to them is, as you are finished, the free gift I have for you is chat me in this WhatsApp number or go to this page and pick a coupon that gives you XYZ discount when you purchase. So you see how this works? Nobody will teach you this one. I'm telling you. You land on the highlights, I have a gift for you. A video is there, tells them, you explain your product, how it is used in a video. Then from there, lead them to a landing page that has the products you want to sell to them. The free gift is the coupon. You know how you want to buy something on Amazon, they say you have a coupon. You too give a coupon. Coupon is 5% discount, 10% discount, whatever discount you can afford. So the fact that I feel like I already have a 5% discount or 10% discount, as a business owner, you have calculated your cost, though, please. So you know what you're putting there. That I already feel like I have a coupon or a discount makes me feel excited. And I've seen how the product works. You almost feel like I'm sold. Do you see how this works? So every day you have people going to your highlights. I have a gift, I have a gift, I have a gift, I have a gift. They are going there and they are moving at your website. You're cashing out every day because it's a systematic method. Explainer videos. Explainer videos. It's so powerful. Even the Westerners have not, harnessed this to the fullest potential. Fullest, they've not. And it's easy for both products and service business owners. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. For service business owners, your explainer video could be how they would actually sign in to the course and what they will get if they sign into the course. Things as simple as, hi, my name is Just Idi, and today I want to show you the back end of how we created the course that helped XYZ sell 100 products in one day. Do you see how to sell? The explainer video is saying, hi, my name is Just Idi, and today I'm going to show you the back end of how we created the course that helped Mrs. A sell 100 products in one day of launch. Click below so that we can show you. And you're clicking below. As you're clicking below, it's taking you to the landing page. In that landing page, there's a freebie checklist on how to check whether your product is viable or not, or checklist to check whether people are going to buy your product or not. So I've given an example of product, I'm giving an example of service. And the person downloads the checklist, reads it, 3 minutes, sharp, sharp, done. And on that their sales page, they have shown the person exactly the same course that Mr. A bought. And she made 100 sales in one day. You see how your everyday life using videos, you can be guaranteed of getting money. Your job is just to be bringing people to your page. I have a gift for you. Highlight. I have a gift for you. I have a gift. Make it bold on your highlights. If all the other ones are black, make that one red. So that as they're entering your profile, the first thing they see is I have a gift for you. Then once in a while, you can be putting into your story, hi guys, have you grabbed the gift on my status or my highlights? You can be driving traffic to it because you know that is your funnel. Now, that's video 1, explainer video. Video 2, behind the scenes. Show them behind the scenes of what you do. People love to know, feel like they belong to, or they understand how this brand was created or what goes on behind this brand. It just makes them feel a connection. Video 3, show them product video. The product, actual product you want to sell, do a video of the product. Say I sell, I sell a range of products, okay? And I'm saying, hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing the range of the beauty back or the sexy skin back product. In that product, you get this. Basically, the product that you want to sell, a video showing the product that you want to sell, so that you have different things to run sponsored ads to at different times of the month, right? The next kind of video you must have is brand awareness video. A brand awareness video is the kind of video that you're not telling them to come and buy. It's just for people to get to know you, right? And you can come up with a concept and call your videographer to come and shoot, such that once every month you send traffic to that one, 10 days, people pay attention to your brand awareness. That's what brands like Coca-Cola and Indomie and Co do to us. They just make us feel like, if you're not drinking Coke, I don't know what other thing you're drinking. And for somebody like me, I'm so because for me, no other drink exists except Coca-Cola. If I must take soft drink anyway. I don't even know what Biggie is. Pardon me, that's not me soliciting for Coke. I'm just saying, please don't quote me out of context. The final kind of video to have is testimonial video. You must have that as a business owner. And the easiest ways to get testimonial really is to get on the phone with people. Like see us here now. At the end of this class, I say, hi, Tewa. So how was this session for you? And she'll say, oh, mind blowing. I learned a lot. I did this, I did that. So would you recommend this for people? Absolutely. I would tell everyone that wants to increase their sales. We're having a video conversation, but she's documenting how she feels. So I came into the session or the video conversation, not because I wanted to interrogate her. So I came into that video session just to gist with her and get to know her better. But as a means of doing so, I get my video testimonial. And at the end, I'll say, hi, Tewa, thank you so much. This feedback means so much to me. It just makes me feel like my products are really viable and they work. Thank you so much. I hope it's okay if I let other people too know that my product works. Because we're used to saying, give me testimonial. And people say, sorry, I don't want my face seen. That's why they're telling you they don't want your face seen. Because you're telling them to give them testimonial. Instead, get on a video call, WhatsApp video, Zoom video, Instagram DM video, Facebook chat messenger video, whatever kind of video, get into it and record. Once you do, you have your video testimony, of course, with their permission. At that point, you can catch them live, how they feel. If they're happy about your product, you will see. If they're unhappy, well, you're bad. Do you understand how this works? So these 5 set of videos you must have in your business if you want to drive any kind of sales in this period. What is most important to note in this era is noise is not equal to money. Attention is the money. And attention is what you do to get people saying and buzzing about the value that you carry. So if you ignore everything, pay attention to value-based marketing. Teach what it is you know. Teach how you know it affects the audience, right? And teach exactly the solution you know they're looking for. Keep projecting it, and you'll find that instead of you chasing after the money will begin to chase you in any industry where you find yourself. You just need to do this strategically, right?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Are you still there? You look frozen. Okay, thank you so much for that. This has been so empowering. I've got notes. I am also learning. I love this. Thank you so much for your time. It's been such an insightful time. I see your notes as well. Yes.
I have more notes.
Ladies, if you have any questions, please either type in the chat group or you ask, you raise your hand to ask. So whilst we're waiting for people to put questions in, and thank you, Precious, for the highlights or the points you've noted, and for me as well. So whilst we're waiting for people to ask questions, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You talked about landing pages. Can you give us like ideas on how to create landing pages, or which
tools
to use for landing pages? I know MailChimp does landing pages, but which one do you think people should latch onto? And what are landing pages for, just in case people don't know?
I don't know really.
Fantastic.
Okay.
A landing page is a page that shows your customers what you have to offer. Right. So if Google says we want to give you a free tool or a free something, they'll tell you go to www.something or go to this link to go and check it. There's always a link where you go and check something. That link is always a page. Always a page. Right. So that means you, as a business owner, you should have a page. When I say page, not Instagram page.
And it's not a website.
Yeah. It can be a website, right? Okay. But a website always has justibay.com/ that / is a page. So let me drop something on the comments so that you can understand these practical terms. Okay. So my website is justibay.com, right? This is website. But if I want to send you to my landing page where I sell my products, right? There's a particular product where this particular one, this is a landing page. Right. Can everybody see the comment section? So all the slashes is the page if you have a website. If you don't have a website designer can just go and use their own page and create a page for you. So if you are going to be creating pages yourself, you are either using marketing tools like email, ConvertKit, all of those things, or you are using somebody who is a website designer and already has access or license to use all them different .coms and then create a page for you. So one of the reasons why having a MailChimp page or ConvertKit landing page is not as good is when you want to run sponsored ads from Facebook or Instagram. Instagram does not allow you to send traffic to those MailChimp / ConvertKit links. It keeps telling you things like it's broken, right? It keeps telling you it does not. It keeps doing that or keep rejecting your ad. If you now dig deep into their privacy rules, you will now see that it's your link that is the problem. So if you are going to create pages that will be widely acceptable and you want to maximize the use of the social media pages, get a website designer who already has license to use all them .coms, all them elementals to create one for you. Or get your website and just be creating pages for your website. If you have a website, there's no reason why you cannot get 1 million pages. Having a website is licensed to have pages. Like, I don't need to pay anybody to build my pages. I just go to my website, add new page. It will be justmade.com/ the name of the new page. So if you have a website that you're listening to me today, you have license to create several pages. Now, the big question is, what do you put on that page that gets people to buy? And that's why I dropped a sample of a page that you guys could go look at. justmade.com/SMS. That's a typical sales page that gets people to move from, I'm doubting you, to, I think I should buy. So you can just use that, use it to model how you want to create your own page. You can shorten it. My own is very lengthy for a reason, right? Because I also like to appeal to the international audience. The international audience reads. Unlike Africa, we don't really like to read in Africa. We're changing, right? So I built my page so that the international audience will see it and feel like, yes, I connect. That's why mine is that lengthy. If you compare, and if you see an international page where you want to buy something from, it's very lengthy. They take their time to explain, because it's your money they're collecting, so they want to be sure that you're getting value, right? So yeah, that's basically what a landing page is. It contains your products, contains the service that you sell, contains why we must buy, what the problem is, and maybe objections that you can handle. You can use that my own. You see so many things that you can do with your page. So where you get it from, you can either use any of those tools, MailChimp, ConvertKit, but it's not advisable if you want to really reach a large audience. Right. Instagram and Facebook will restrict you. So best still is get a website and keep adding new pages on your website.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Ladies, we're still waiting for questions in the chat group. And
my hand is up.
Question. Okay, Ekwase.
Yes. I don't know your name. I can just see you as Just Ibe. I just wonder what your name is.
That's my name. My name is Just, actually.
Really, Just?
Yes. Then from the Bible, the just shall live by faith. That Just.
Really? I didn't know that.
You see now?
So your first name is Just?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that is awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. That was very explosive, and this couldn't have become at a better time for me.
Thank you.
Why I say so is, at the moment, I'm building, my website is being built. So it has given me some ideas of what I should do with the website to tell the website designer. Now, I love to buy and sell, but most importantly, what I really want to be known for is for the motivational talks I give, and for the trainings, the physical and virtual trainings on core values. That's the Nuggets for a Better You workshop that has at this moment 6 modules: core values, goal setting skills, effective studying skills, leadership skills, how to handle failure and distractions, and principles of a winner for now. Now, my question is, how do I present these videos so that they don't become bulky? What's readily coming to my mind is I need to take them module by module. I don't know, you are the expert. Secondly, how, teaching someone a course on how to train can be maybe to buy. How can I connect with the hearts of the parents? Because my target market, I don't know how you place it now, customer target market, the children that are between the ages of 11 and 20, 22, 23, 25, which I want to change now. But the parents are the ones paying for the younger ones. So how am I going to appeal to their heart now? Because it's intangible, right? And like you said, many of them rather buy food now to keep afloat. So how do I connect? Thank you, ma'am. So that
fantastic. Thank you, Miss Ekwase. And I share your passion. I love it. I can feel it from here. And that's already a recipe for success. Once you have passion, after a while, the world will give way for you. So keep at it. Doesn't matter what challenges you may face today. Keep at it. So first things first, you want to sell to parents. You want to appeal to parents. That means you need to begin to, you first mentioned about how do you put your videos so that they are not bulky. You are not going to be teaching your course as content. Your course, you're going to record it and store it on a server. Okay, I don't know if you know how to do those online courses. Record it like normal video. Either you're uploading it on YouTube and putting the link on your course platform. There are several course platforms. You can use Teachables, you can use Udemy, there are plenty. I use Thinkific. Thinkific is paid for, but it's very effective. But there's a free version. The free version allows you to have 3 courses there. 3 courses with limitless modules. You can check them out, Thinkific. Okay? Right? Now, once you have recorded your course modules and keep, that's different from the content that you put out every day that gets the audience to pay, which is the parents. Now you are going to have to focus on showing parents that your children are locked down. Their minds are not locked down. Your children are locked down, but their minds are not locked down. When you put children in one place, their mind goes on rampage. Those who cannot express it by jumping around, like my small children that jump around and I'm shouting, sit at one place. They can't sit at one place. Their own minds, they can't stay one place. Now, the young adolescents you are trying to reach, what would happen if they cannot jump around is they begin to engage in all kinds of immoral chats, conversation, phone sex, pornography, all kinds of things. They begin to engage in these things, and mommy is sitting at home and walking in the room, feeling that her child is in online school. The child has started away. So your job at Kwase is to begin to tell parents, while the minds of their children is very sensitive now, they must focus on molding the minds of their children aright. So your video content must be explaining what is going on in your child's mind today. Dear mommy, dear daddy, let me give you a sneak peek of what's going on in your child's mind today. Age 11 to 13. This. When you finish explaining it, you now go, what should you do about it? Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Keep them in suspense. Let them run to you and beg for the juice. Because as you are showing them what's going on in their children's mind, parents will be like, oh my God, it's true, because it's true. But because you already have solutions tailored to help them, you first of all carry them on a journey. For 1 week, teach them, age 11 to 13, age 14 to 15, age like that. Teach them. After teaching them, use statistics, back it up with things that has happened repeatedly so that your content is rich and, very worded. That way, what would happen is you start seeing the people will be looking at you as this woman knows what she's doing. So let your content be centered around this repeatedly, and then maybe after 1 week of teaching, you now pitch. I say, I have taught you in the last 1 week what goes on in the hearts of your children between this. And I know a lot of you are worried, but I have a solution. And this solution, I've tested and tried it with XYZ number of children. This is what they have produced as result. Let me show you how to nurture the minds of your children and mold them into what it is you want them to do with their lives. Sign up for this, that case may be. So selling is not just come and buy. The woman will say, I want to give you money for a course when we have not eaten in the house. But when you show her how that thing she's ignoring may cost her in the future, she will start running after you. So Ekwase, that is how to actually project your content starting now. And don't be afraid to defy normal, please. Yes, I don't know what they call it, shaking table. I don't know what they call it these days. But don't be afraid, because some people may come at you. It's okay. But as long as you know that what you are saying is what it is, unapologetically do so. Yes, because we need people like you reforming the hearts of our youths. Yes, we need people like you reforming their hearts. If not, people like us, we do so much work, and then you now find out and say, what did we do wrong? Where did we get it wrong with this young generation? Right, Ekwase, did I communicate to you?
Perfectly. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, well done. Well done. Any other questions from anybody? Fumi, take the leap. Adefumilayo. I'm calling you ladies out. Any other questions? Oluwakemi, Omobolanle, any questions? Okay, so whilst we're waiting for the questions, or if there are no questions, I have one. So you've spoken about these videos. Are there any sequence to use to post the videos? Like the explainer videos, the behind the scenes, the product. Are there sequence, or you can just do whichever one you feel you want to do in that week or that month?
So fantastic. In the space of 1 month, you can share all your 5 videos.
All right.
But just that you selectively run ads to them at different intervals. Okay. The goal of these videos is not just for your audience. The goal of these videos is to reach far and wide. That's why you must have at least 5 staples, these 5. So that if you must run promotions, you're running them to these different 5. And these different 5 are doing the same thing, driving visibility, awareness, and bringing money for you. So you can post them however you decide to post them in a month. The goal is to have them every time you want to run ads. Just go to it, click, run ads. Go to it, click, run ads. Right. It's not just about your audience. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I think Oluwakemi wanted to ask a question. Question, anybody?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask a question.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry I came in late. I'm very sorry.
That's fine.
My network has been fluctuating. I'm sorry. Okay, my question is that I'm into fashion products, and in the recent time, sales has been really funny. Let me put it that way. It has been really funny. At times it goes up, then at times there's practically no sales at all. It's more or less that we are struggling with the business. So my question is that how do we penetrate into the hearts of these fashionable people? Of course, we know that they are fashionable people, but because of the times and the way the whole thing is now, is as if we are struggling with sales. So how do we easily penetrate into their hearts?
Oluwakemi, should I shock you?
Yes,
please. I need you to stop saying people don't have money. Don't say
I like that.
Joma Somo. You know why? Because me, if they told me that I will have spent 200K shopping during this lockdown for clothes, I would tell the person something's wrong with your head. I'm not wasteful. I'm not extravagant. I have 3 children. Bukata poor. But if they told me just eBay that during lockdown, you spent over 200K shopping for clothes, changing your entire wardrobe, because what I did was an overhaul of my wardrobe during the lockdown, I would tell the person something is wrong with your head. I thought I didn't have the money, but the money came out. You know why? Because the person in question was not selling clothes to me. You know what the girl said to me? She looked at me and said, just eBay. She did not shout, oh, that girl, God bless her. She did not shout. She didn't even raise her voice like this. This is how she was talking. She said, just, you're entering into a new level in your life. I don't believe that the clothes you have in your wardrobe do justice to who you are now. No offense, it's selling you short. This is how she put it. And I looked at her, I said, what do you mean by that? I did grab. What do you mean by that? She looks at me and says, you enter into meetings. You look at the person beside you who is supposedly your equal in the industry. There's no match. She said, I'm saying it from an outsider point of view because I'm looking at you guys from the point of view. I see the value that you carry, but you're not carrying yourself outwardly like the person that you are. She says, your packaging is selling you a bit shorter. When this girl finished talking, I don't know whether she put jazz in her mouth, but it's not jazz. Because truly speaking, Tewa, if you're following me now and you're following the Justy Bell before, there's a difference. Tewa, you agree, right?
Of course, I agree.
There's a difference. The lady saw something that the average fashion designer cannot communicate. So, Oluwakemi, you are struggling because you are selling cloth. You're selling because you are not looking at the life of your customer and positioning them to say, I want you to enter a new level in your life. To enter a new level in your life, you need to package a certain way. It's not fakeness. It's rebranding. That's the word. Rebranding. So this girl took my entire wardrobe and overhauled it. Say, this one, remove it. This one, wear it at home. This one, this. I'm going to give you staple signature outfits. a black jacket, a blue jacket, a this. She selected pieces and said, keep this. You want to go for this event? Let me know. Of course, we had to reach an agreement on, you know, after a while I say, Auntie, it's okay, you know, but what this is trying to say to you is, I'm one person. In my circle of influence, we have said we did overhaul of wardrobe this period. All of us in my circle of influence. Why? Because for every new level, everything new goes with it.
Yes.
So Kemi, stop selling clothes, start selling new levels, start selling next level. The scripture says when there's a casting down for the children of God, there will be a lifting up. Your brand should be lifting up during this period, not casting down. And
Yes.
no recession, money is just moving from hand to hand.
Yes.
Money is just moving from hand to hand. Are you positioned? That's the question. So stop selling clothes. Start looking for women who are going somewhere with their life and lash on quickly. Sometimes you carry clothes and say to them, Auntie, let me style you, don't worry, just wear it. And that's how this girl started, this girl that I ended up spending money on her. She said, don't worry, come, let me style you. When the girl styled me the first 2 times, I said to myself, I need to listen to this gospel that she's teaching. Because I entered the place and I said, everything changed. You saw that my
You're muted.
She styled me like God knows. Even me, I still look at myself sometimes and I say, just is that you? You know, but after that taster, she gave me taster. She said, go, don't worry. She knew what she was trying to do. So from me now, all my friends are saying, Joss, who is a stylist? Who is a stylist? Who is a stylist? Everybody's now rushing to her. So Oluwakemi, go and look for women who are doing things with their life. Please. And lash on quickly, because there's an exchange. And the exchange that is going on, it will not pass you by, or by the grace of God.
Amen. Amen.
So yeah, that's just the answer to your question. Go and start teaching next level, new level, reposition, rebrand to your customers who are looking to go somewhere. Not people who are crying, I don't have money for food.
Exactly.
Just be frustrating you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much, Just. I love it. I love it. So, ladies, we've had a great 1-hour session with Just eBay. Oh, you have a question?
No, not a question.
Okay.
In fact, I just finished work. I did my work and I had not changed.
Okay.
And I was running, so I just connected. While she was talking, I just quickly went to put on this dress. At least it looks better than what I had before. Branding.
Branding, yeah. And as we're speaking, we have our branding expert who is on from 1 o'clock to talk to us about branding and effective communication for your business. But before we go into that and I introduce Emily, I'm just going to do a brief, quick run through of what Just eBay spoke to us about. She has spoken excellently well. Even I am ginger to now be doing more videos, even though I do videos. I'm like, I need to up my game if I want to go, you know, to the toppest that I want to go to. But she said some things that are very, very profound. And one of them being, you know, entrepreneurs are going to shape the world of business. So you being here shows that you're going to shape the world, the business world, because you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. And she said that you should move, take action, or you will be moved out of the way. Sales is not just about selling. We're selling an emotional connection so people can feel that emotion relating to whatever it is you want to sell to them. She said something about strategy. The number one strategy is to start selling mind, body, and soul. We just don't want to buy a pair of shoes. We want to buy the feeling associated with buying that pair of shoes. We don't just want to buy a motivational course. We want to buy the feeling associated with it, how it's going to improve our mind, body, and soul. She spoke about number 2 strategy, which is video marketing. The world is gravitating towards video right now. If you're not moving with the times, you're going to stay stagnant or die. Or as she has said, you create or be swallowed. So use your video marketing. The number 3 strategy she gave is collaboration. You need to put yourself in a position where you're collaborating with other people to grow your brand, not necessarily to sell to them, but to get people knowing about you. The more people know about you, the more they know what you can deliver on. And then she gave us some, you know, really good insight into video marketing. She talked about how for you to do your video marketing, you need to have a strategy. And there are different video marketing you can do, explainer videos, behind the scenes videos, product videos, brand awareness videos, testimonial videos. She has given us all these insights to be able to effectively sell the emotion of what we're trying to put out there to people. So I would say that knowledge is not just about listening to people and writing things down, but you have to take action on whatever it is you have learned today. And she has given us insight that we need to run with to make 2020 a great year. I keep saying that 2020 is still a great year if you want it to be. When you're saying people don't have money, people are not spending, that is a lie, because people are spending. In this COVID period, people are buying houses, people are buying cars, people are buying clothes. People are doing all sorts of things. So put your business on the map so you can build the business that you want to build that will sustain and weather the storm of life. Thank you so much, Just, for a wonderful session. And thank you, everybody, for participating. Thank you very much, Just.
How can we reach her? If we want to reach her, how can we reach her?
Okay, Just if you can put some your contact details in the chat group. So if people want to reach you, they can send you a message.
Somebody says, how do I know where to draw the line between free and paid content? For me, if you sit with me for 1 hour, free and paid content free content will disappear from your life.
Yes, please put down your details so we can so everybody.
That's my Instagram. Just follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM. Say you're from ELOY, from Exclusive Magazine, ELOY Awards Foundation. So, Fumi, just to quickly answer your question, the reason why you still give free is because you don't know the value you carry yet in terms of product and service. Then, so the reason why you are still doing free is because you haven't put your hand on the value of the product, the value that you carry in terms of product and services. Meaning, people come to you to pick your brain. But the minute you understand the transformation that they are looking for, turn that transformation into a product. Pitch it. But it's not just to pitch it to them. It's to create a system that allows you, bring them into that thing that they're coming to pick your head for free for. You won't even have to tell them, you won't have to tell them, go and pay for it. You won't have to tell them. You will not. Let me give you a typical example. When I started this thing, they used to call me motivational speaker that time. Me, oh, mine. 2 years. They call me motivational speaker, no problem. But the minute I started creating products, it moved. Yes. They stopped calling me motivational speaker because at that point, they could see the results I could give people. So for me, sit down and harvest your product, or better still, come, let us sit down together. Sometimes somebody can help you think it out, package it, you go and create. So reach out to me if that's something you feel like you want to do. Once you have your product and services, you can now start actively engaging people and saying, hi guys, my name is Fumi, and I help you do this, this, this. You will state it clearly. This is what I help you do. If you're looking to transform your this to get this result, then you should be having a conversation. So yeah, that's just the shortest way to answer it. Once we have like a deeper conversation, then we can take it further. The next speaker needs to come, I believe.
Yes. Thank you for that. Perfect. Thank you so much. And everyone, we're going to send you a summary of the webinar today. And if you have any more questions, you can send it to the ELOY, put it on the chat, or send it to Just herself. So I believe we have Emily online. Emily, are you there? Our next speaker, Emily.
Sorry, the question I asked, what I was talking about is you mentioned that we could give them like talks to parents, like when you were answering for Mrs. Ekwase, you said show the parents what the kids are doing, this and that. Those are the things I'm referring to as free content.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you for straightening that out. So there is hardly any limits to how much you teach, especially if you know that in the beginning phase of your business, people need to get to know you. In the get to know you space, you have to be abundant with your content. When I say abundant, because you can't run dry. In my opinion, reservoirs don't run dry. I can teach you everything you need to know, and without feeling like if you come to me, you won't get more. That's just what it is, right? So Miss Fumi, in your everyday content, especially if you're trying to break into a market and get a share of the customer's wallet, you have to be limitless in your value giving. Meaning exhaustively. Pick a topic and teach it exhaustively. Because every time you have a potential customer, the first thing they're looking at is, let me see whether she knows what she's saying, so that they can either laugh at you or say, you see it, she's saying nonsense. It's the default human mode. It's after you now wow them, they now say, she actually was making sense. So for some people, it's more than after one video. So your goal at every video, every content that people encounter you should be wow, wow, wow. That's your goal. So you have to be limitless in your value giving in terms of content creation. Don't hold back, but make sure that you have your products and services with their deliverables already packaged. Sometimes you can pick snippets from your courses and package them in content to drive traffic to your courses. I don't know if that's clear. Sometimes you'll have recorded an online course, pick a snippet from that online course, explain it in detail to drive traffic to the fuller audience, to the fuller course. So you say, I've taught you guys how to identify the conversations going on in your child's conversation. Here are a few things that you can do more. You mention 1 out of 10. Then you say, I've discussed 1. Can we move the remaining 9 in XYZ course? Yes. So those wow videos, there's no limit. Please be exhaustive in your value giving. Don't hold back at all. Because if you hold back, you're shortchanging yourself. The world does not feel how rich you are in the knowledge. Yeah. It's the extent to which you give the value that makes the world know that this person is rich in content. I thought you were talking about charging and not charging. So yeah, I believe that helped, Miss Fumi.
Okay, thank you very much. Emily, I believe Emily is around. I thought I saw her. Emily, are you here? Emily. Okay, maybe she's not here yet. I thought I saw her. Right, Fumi has said those wild videos are what I'm referring to as content. Okay, I see that. So we have our next speaker coming on. She is Emily Wale-Koya. She's going to be talking to us about branding and effective communication for our businesses. I thought she was here, but she's not here yet. So whilst we're waiting for her, to all the people that have joined, would you guys, would you ladies like to introduce yourself? If you want to introduce yourself, please raise your hand.
Can I leave now?
Yes, you can, just.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes, you can. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know you have to get to another speaking engagement. Thank you. Yes. So, ladies, would you ladies like to introduce yourself while we wait for Emily to join us? iPhone 5S, yes. Please take the floor. How are you? Hello?
They all appear to be all muted.
Okay, she raised her hand.
Maybe she was not aware.
Okay, anybody want to introduce themselves and what they do? Adefumilayo, Anangoye.
I could.
Okay,
hello, good afternoon.
Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure to be on this platform. My name is Tayo Afolabi, Chief Strategist of World PR Media. In a nutshell, World PR is a business solutions finder. So basically, we help companies, brands, and even people interested in personal growth to find solutions to everyday business problems. So if you are a company, if you need to grow your sales, acquire more markets, be familiar with distributors, stockists, acquire partners, recruit excellent staff, we assist to make such things happen. So that's in a nutshell what we do. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Well done. And thank you for joining us. Would anybody like to introduce themselves? Okay, I see Mercy. Mercy says, good afternoon. Oh, I'm in a noisy place, so I can't speak. Okay, Mercy. Lola. Okay, Lola Kosoko. Thank you for joining, Lola. Okay, I see Emily is now back with us. Hello, Emily. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi.
Yes. Hiya. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Perfect. I'm doing well, thank you. So to everyone that has
Awesome.
just joined, this is the ELOY webinar series, the ELOY Sustainable Empowerment webinar series. And we've just had a webinar series on sales and marketing strategies to transform your business. And now we have the exquisite Emily Wale-Koya, who's going to be talking to us about branding and effective communication to boost your business. Again, the aim of the ELOY Sustainable Empowerment webinar series is to help businesses sustain and pivot during this COVID-19 era. The aim is to be able to give everybody information that would help them sustain their businesses. So Emily Wale-Koya is a pioneer of the personal branding movement in Africa, and she has built a profitable business around her own brand. She is a certified personal branding strategist, a business coach, and a firebrand speaker who is deeply involved in helping other women build creative, powerful, and profitable brands around their expertise and passion. Emily is the founder of Emily Speaks Live brand, the School of Personal Branding and Women Entrepreneurs Africa. Everybody, welcome Emily Wale-Koya. Hello, Emily.
Hi, Tawa. Hi, everyone. Hi, thanks for having me. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Hello, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing my bit. So the position of this, is it okay? Can I put it in a landscape position so I can use my headset? Would that be fine?
Whichever suits you, fine.
Okay, let's try that and see.
Okay, whilst we're waiting for that, I see Mercy has introduced herself. She's a director of Zoe Z Kids, a Nigerian clothing line for children, and it's good to be here. Welcome, Mercy. iPhone 5S is Nick Boss collection. She deals in perfume, oil, etc. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, everybody. Yes. Okay, so we're just waiting for Emily. If anybody wants to introduce themselves in the chat section, or do you want to raise your hand, we're happy to do the introductions whilst we're waiting for Emily to get fully set up. Isn't it? Do you want to have a go? Tell us what you do.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, isn't it?
My name is Ezine Chukwemeka. I own a women's wear clothing brand. I make, we sew trendy, affordable, and fashionable ready-to-wear outfits. I'm based in Abuja, but we deliver worldwide.
Okay, I love worldwide. You're global. Well done, well done.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Yes, okay. So go for it.
Okay, just to be sure, how many minutes do I have?
Okay, your session is meant to end at 2, but then again, we ran over the last session, so we can give you a couple more minutes afterwards.
Okay, so at 2. Okay, all right. So about 2:30, I can wrap up, right?
Give or take, yes.
I have a session for 3. All right, then that's fine. Hi everybody. Good afternoon. Hi Tara. Thanks for having me here. And thanks to everyone who showed up. Thank you so much. So my name is Emily Wale-Koya. Like Tawa introduced me, I'm not going to go into that anymore because we don't really have all the time in the world. I'll go straight into what I have to share with us today. I'll be speaking on branding and effective communication in business. Branding and effective communication in business. So before I get started, I'd like to just explain to us in a nutshell what a brand is. Okay, what a brand is and what branding is. Now, this will go for whether you are a personal brand, which is something that I'm very big on, or whether you are a product brand, like a company brand, okay? So whichever one you are, if you're trying to build your personal brand, like I am building mine, or you're trying to build a company brand, maybe you have a product, physical product that you're selling, or a service that you're offering, this will still work for you. So a brand and branding are not the same thing. I know people use them interchangeably, but they are not really the same thing. So in a nutshell, a brand is an experience, is the experience that people have about your product, about your company, about you, if it's a personal brand, okay? So if you hear me say about you, just know I'm talking about a personal brand. If you hear me say if you hear me say product brand or about your product, then I'm talking about a company brand or a business brand. So a brand is basically an experience or the experience. I wouldn't say an experience, it's the experience. Okay, so it should be one solid experience that people always they have about your brand. It's an experience. If somebody mentions Apple now, for example, even if it's an Apple airline we're talking about, not even the Apple phone, we would have an experience. We will quickly have a memory of Apple. We will quickly have some feeling. So a brand is a feeling, the feeling people have when they come in contact with your product, when they come in contact with you, when they come in contact with your offering, with your service, with your content, as far as your post on social media. Most of us have come from Instagram. Most of us, you know, I strongly believe we have a presence on Instagram. So your brand is that experience, that memory, that feeling that people have when they mention your name, when they mention the name of your organization, when they mention the name of your brand. So if you mention Apple, for example, like I said, even if it's Apple Jeans, you see, Apple has built such a strong brand that even if Apple decides that they're going to start manufacturing jeans, or they're going to hoteling, or they're going to go into table tennis, Apple is always going to be successful until they break it, until they make themselves unsuccessful. But right now, if you hear that Apple has an airline, you would want to know what's this airline about. You probably just want to even fly the Apple airline without even knowing where they are going per se, because you believe in the Apple brand. It reminds you of luxury. It reminds you of speed. It reminds you of innovation. That's the Apple brand for you. It reminds you of those things. If you hear Nokia, it will remind you of something that has probably failed, or something that did not live to the expectation, you know, in the times that we're in. Nokia used to be good, but if you think about it now, if I mention Nokia, you're going to tell me they're no more in the market. So that's the memory you have about Nokia. So the same thing with your brand. So I want you also to remember that a brand is not just a logo. A brand is not even a logo. A brand is a logo if somebody sees that logo and it brings a certain type of memory, good memory. It brings a certain type of feeling, good feeling. So you hear Emily Wale-Koya, what do you remember about me? Even those that are just meeting me or hearing me or seeing me for the very first time, when I leave here, I'm going to leave an impression on you. I'm going to leave something lasting on you. You're going to go, in fact, you've already formed your impression about me, because usually we have 30 seconds to a minute, you know, for somebody to say, oh, I like her, I don't like her, oh, she's good, she's not good, oh, she's proud, she's not proud. You already formed your opinion about me. The moment I said, hello, everybody, my smile, my strong face, my whatever, you already formed an opinion about me. You may be wrong, but you formed an opinion about me. Okay, so a brand, remember, is a memory, a feeling, the experience that your customers or that people have when your name, your company name, or your name or product or something is mentioned. That's when you hear Disneyland. It brings memories of something. Some of us have never been to Disneyland, but we know what Disneyland is about. We know where it's located. We know how it's going to make us feel if we can go there with our children. You know, so it's not, we've never probably seen the Disneyland logo. We probably have never seen it. We probably have seen it, but we never paid attention to it. But we know the experience Disneyland can provide. And a brand is not built overnight. It's not built in one day. It's not built at the snap of a finger. A brand is built with time, through failures, through trials and error. You know, it goes through that process, and eventually you're going to have something solid that people can count on, people can rely on. You can have loyal customers. So a brand is not a logo, let's scratch that. A brand is not a color, let's scratch that. You are going to have all of that, or I'm sure you already have those things, and you can see that probably you're still struggling in business. That's because that's not a brand. Those things are part of the branding paraphernalia. You know, they're part of those things that you should do, you know, so that people can recognize your brand. Okay, a brand is built with time, yes, through trials and failure, but with time. All right, now when it comes to branding itself, branding is all the activities that you put together to make a brand known, to make a brand seen, to make a brand heard. Branding is a continuous process. Branding is emotion. So branding is where your logo now comes in. Branding is where your colors come in. Branding is where your communication come in, which is part of what we're going to be sharing today. Branding and effective communication in business. Branding is, there's a word I'm looking for in English language. I'm not such a super English language student, but there's a word I'm looking for when you want to say something is, it's ongoing, it continues. So maybe somebody that knows English very well can help. I'm sure somebody's going to pop something up and tell me what it is. You know, present continuous, right? That's it, right? A brand is not the logo, not the color, but the feelings people have when you, yeah, exactly. So a branding is present continuous. It's happening right now. It's going to happen tomorrow. Every day you wake up, everything you put out, everything you say, I mean, everything, not something, everything. Everything you say, everything you say, everything you share. See, this entrepreneurship journey is not easy. It's for the wild, wild west people. It's not easy. But some of us have come to the point in our lives where we have embraced it. We love it. This is like oxygen for us. We enjoy the failures. We enjoy the failures. So we're not in competition with anybody. We just want to make sure that we're doing what we love and that we're growing in the process. And that's the beauty about entrepreneurship. It's amazing. So guys, like I said, I've explained what a brand is, and then I've also told us what branding is. Branding is now, what color do you want to put out? What do you want people to recognize you with? So that's now branding. When it comes to effective communication, you know, in business, I will share 5, maybe 3, 5, 6 strategies or keys that we can actually use to ensure that we are communicating effectively. But before I do that, let me explain what it means to communicate effectively. You cannot stand for something today in your business or as a brand and tomorrow stand for something else. No, you cannot do that. You should not do that. You should have the same message every day, every night, every second, and you should continue to pass on that message every time you have an opportunity. Okay, there's something we call core message, your brand's core message, C-O-R, core, your brand's core message. That's the unique promise of value that you are putting out there, and you're telling the people who find you, the people who stumble on your content, because that's what a lot of us are doing now. We are on social media, and of course you can't be effective on social media if you're not creating content. So content is the currency of social media. Content is the currency of social media. So every time that you are putting out something, you are actually communicating a message. You're communicating a message. You're communicating a message. From the moment somebody goes to your bio on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, your Facebook page, wherever, you know, you should have a consistent messaging. Consistent. You cannot say you are ready to wear brand on Instagram and then you say you are bespoke something else on another place. No, you must have consistent messaging. So that's why you need to create what we call your core message. What is the main thing that you stand for as a brand, as a business? What is the main thing that you want people to remember you for or with? These are the things that will, this is what will form your core messaging. A lot of us just start business, we throw one logo somewhere here and there, we begin to put stuff out, begin to put content out. We don't even know what the vision of our business is. We don't know what the mission of our business is. Every brand that is going to ever make it go global or stand out needs to have a vision and a mission. Your mission is so important because it's part of your core messaging. Why are you here as a brand? Why are you here as a business? I beg your pardon. Why are you here as a business? Why are you here? I don't know if anybody can even try to answer this question. Is this something you have ever asked yourself, or have you worked with a coach and you were asked this and they were able to help you create it, or they made you create it with them, with themselves? You know, why are you here as a business? Why I was trying to come on, I heard somebody say, ready to wear brand or something. You said something. You said something. And I was like, yeah. Yes, maybe I should just talk on that a little bit. There is still a big market for every one of us, especially ready to wear. In this country, Nigeria, there's a huge market, untapped. When I mean untapped, I've been giving opportunities to speak to fashion designers a couple of times. And every time I find myself saying this thing that I'm about to say to you, every time, because I see a lot of us, we just jump into a saturated market and we stay there. You can't build an innovative brand from that. You can't stand out from that. Nobody's going to pay attention to you. Nobody's going to care about what you have to say or what you're producing. I mean, nobody. I have a client that I'm working with. She's a fashion designer. By 3 p.m., we have a strategy session. You know, and we are trying, because when you work with a coach, it's not about the coach or what the coach wants. It's about what you want. And then the coach tells you, okay, this is how we're going to go about it. And then we can make some tweaks here and there. And I'm trying to get her, she does ready to wear, and she also does bespoke. And I was like, you need to break away from this. Any fashion designer that I meet, that is what they will tell me. Ready to wear, bespoke. Ready to wear, bespoke. Ready to wear, bespoke. There is still an untapped market. I know that we have issues or challenges. Let me say challenges in Nigeria. But somebody, I always like to say it this way, somebody at least should have the vision for this thing. Somebody should have the vision for the next big thing. At least let the mind be in you first. Let it be, carry it. So that as you carry it every day, wake up every day, you begin to find tiny ways to bring that vision into reality. There's still a lot to do out there. For you to build a brand, number one, you need to be innovative. For you to build any kind of brand, I'm building mine, and I'm not done. Like I said, branding is a continuous thing. When I started my YouTube channel, it was called TV. But recently, when I shot the videos for the next episode, it's no longer Bomb TV. It's something else. So that's how we evolve. That's how we grow. We learn. So we have to change certain things. Change is something that has to happen. Change is a must. And when you see it coming, don't fear it. Jump on it. Change. You can always rechange if there's any word like that. No wahala. No, this is entrepreneurship. So for you to build a brand in the first place, you need to innovate. See, when Apple, I'm going to be using Apple a lot because every one of us we know the brand called Apple. When Apple wanted to come into the market, Apple could have come into the market and like Nokia. Apple would have come into the market and just made a normal phone. Apple would have come into the market and just made a normal wristwatch. But Apple didn't do that. Apple didn't do that. Steve Jobs, when I read about his story, right? Steve Jobs, the first thing that Apple made that I am aware of was the iPod. So we have Walkman. That one that is square like this. You press that, eject, one thing. You know, that was what we were using. I'm a choir girl, so that was what they said we could not even afford it. So we're always sharing and borrowing. We're always sharing and borrowing. See the evolution of things, guys. See the evolution of things. You need to have a strong head if you're going to even build a brand. Are we there? Yeah? Hello?
Yes, we are. Lola, could you mute? Okay, I'll mute you. Yeah, go ahead, Emily.
Okay, then. So I was trying to say that for you to even build a brand, before we talk about how you're going to communicate that brand, how you're going to effectively share your message with the world, how you're going to consistently do that. You know, let's talk about brand itself. How do you even build something you can share? How do you build something that, because your brand is supposed to be a leverage for you, guys. Write that down. Your brand is supposed to be leverage for you. Your brand is supposed to be the thing that opens doors for you. So if it is not innovative, if it is not attention grabbing, how is it going to open doors? I've been thinking about it every time. I'm always like, how am I going to read? How am I going to brand? How am I going to innovate? That's what it means. If you're going to build a brand, it means you want to innovate, because there's nothing hidden under the sun. Phones are here, but Apple came when phones were already in existence. We had Nokia everywhere. We had Motorola everywhere. We had Alcatel everywhere. We had those things. Apple came and met them here. Apple did not make another phone to look alike. Apple made a phone that stood out. Apple made a phone that stood out. I'm laying foundation, guys, because this is very important. Apple made a phone that stood out. Now, some people are going to say, Emily, you're making this thing look so easy. I know, but it's the truth. And probably the reason why it's sounding easy from me to you is because I have come to embrace entrepreneurship. That whatever is ahead of me, I'm going to fight it. Whatever giant, whatever is ahead of me, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to beat it. I'm going to win. Even when I fail, my failure is winning. I'm fine with it. I will learn the lessons and I will move on. So maybe that's why I'm making it sound this way, because in my head, this is how it sounds. This is how everything looks. I'm saying this so that I can kind of shift your mindset from, I can't do this, or I don't have what it takes to, I need all the machines in the world to be able to produce this type of outfit, or this type of dress, or this type of clothing. And I don't have the money, because it's not really about money first. It's not really about money. It's first about the mindset, the right mindset, the right mindset. That's what it's about. If you're a Christian like myself, if you're not, I'm sorry, but let me just say this quickly. The Bible says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. What kind of mind did Christ have? The kind of mind that led him, he went to the cross, got nailed, and still said, forgive them. That mindset that the end, whatever is at the end, I'm going to reach that end. And I will reach it, and I will not die on my way. I will reach it, then I can die there, but I will reach that end. So that's the kind of entrepreneurial mindset I need us to have. So back to branding, back to that, your brand. Like I said, don't forget, your brand is supposed to be leverage for you. Your brand, if Chief Jobs is not alive anymore, whoever is in charge, Tim Cook, I don't know if they've changed him, I'm not sure, right? If he goes and says, he doesn't even say I'm from Apple anymore, he will just show Apple logo. If I just wear this shirt with Apple name on top, or the logo, they will open door. They will open door. I was telling you about how Apple started making products. When Apple saw the Walkman, Steve Jobs, right? When Steve Jobs saw the Walkman, and that was everywhere. In a Walkman, you could only have a limited number of songs. You could only have a certain number of songs. You couldn't have more than a certain number. You couldn't have limitless. Steve Jobs said, we're going to make something that is going to be able to accommodate thousands of songs at once. That's how they made the iPod. That's how they made the iPod. That's how they made it. That's the change. That's the innovation. That became the leverage. So when you are marketing, when you are communicating, you are not just going to say, we made a Walkman. You're going to say, we made something stronger and better than a Walkman. When you're communicating, you're not going to say, we make a cake for parties. No. We know plenty people that make cake for parties. We want somebody that makes something else, something. You got to spend time to think about this. You see, it's a lot of work. That's why a lot of us are not making it. Let me scratch that making it. I don't like it. It's a lot of work. That's why a lot of us are not in that. We don't have strong brands, because it takes work. It takes research. It takes a lot of sit down and put the dots together. Sit down, calculate the cost. Sit down. That's what it requires. That it's not just something. Oh yes, I'm out of work. They've laid me off work, and I have some small money. Oh, my husband gave me some 5 million, or some 10 million, or some something. And so what am I going to do? I want to start a hair business. Jesus Christ! Another hair business? Another selling hair business? Another? Really? No, no, no way, no way. Instead of me selling another hair business, I'm going to drop this for anybody here. Maybe you're a hair person. I'm going to start making hair, or I'm going to build a brand that sells hair to people that have hair loss. See, it's the same hair, but because the messaging is different. Guys, pick it. This is a shift. Is the same, the hair is not going to make somebody's hair grow. The one you are selling is the same hair. Oh my God, it's the same hair, the same wig, the same thing. But this time around, you are going to be communicating hair loss. That's a bigger pain that people have than just beautifying themselves with wigs. It is this type of innovation that will cause CNN to come looking for you, to interview you. Is this type, because this is not the leverage. This is what's going to open doors for you. When you start this kind of business now, you're going to create your messaging and you're going to say Africa's first hair loss or cancer wanting wig or hair brand. This is how it starts. Nothing is new under the sun. But the way it's communicated, the way it's put together, the way it's packaged is what makes the difference. So they were already Walkman or Walkmen. they were already Walkmans, whichever one is correct. But Apple came with the iPod. They still put it in your ear and listen to. But Apple said, this one is going to hold more songs. Jesus. I remember when people in my choir, one or two persons had iPod. I did not have. I could not even afford it. This was some years ago. We could not even afford this iPod that is making. Maybe that's why I'm talking with so much anger, right? So guys, that's a bit of foundation laying when it comes to branding. See, I had to lay that so that whatever we're building on it is going to be effective. If I just come and tell you effective communication, and then you have a brand that I don't know how to explain it, where no gel, where no reach. So I was talking about the RT wear, right? Ready to wear. The people that are into fashion designing. And I was talking about untapped markets. Untapped. I can't do everything. If I could, I would be doing a lot of things. Untapped. Do we have a brand? I was asking my clients as well. Do we have a brand, a clothing brand, or a clothing manufacturing brand that is into sleepwear? Do we have? So if you're a fashion designer, maybe you can respond to me. Can you respond? That's your space. That's your industry. As much as I know, we don't have. We don't have. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Anyone? You can type. You can leave him. Anyone? Okay, Ezine says no, we don't. Okay, now even if we have, it's probably even swimwear. I think there's a swimwear one. I think so. I saw it years ago on Bella Ninja. Yes, before we even started all this we're doing. I know there's swimwear. But I was just about to say something about the sleepwear one. So I'll say it even for this swimwear one. Even if we have, it's one. But lately some brands are also making, there are not many. They can't cater for the entire market. They can't cater for the entire market. I sleep some days and I'm like, let me just launch swimwear self. I go sell. I will. You're welcome, Majoke. You're welcome. Let me just launch sleepwear. I don't plan on like this, not just time, and I don't know what else. Money is never the issue for me. It's not something I think, because I've been able to do a lot without really having the money, but doors have been opened for me, because I believe it's first the mindset thing. It's first, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. I strongly want, I'm hungry for this. It's first that mindset. I want this so badly that the hunger is about to drown me. So I need the food so that I don't drown. Right? So with sleepwear, we have planned my own in my head. My own is going to be sleepwear with Jesus things on top. Now my own plan with that, because we don't have. Okay, now let me say this. Even if we have, and the ones we have in the world, I think it's Hello Kitty with that big head, big-headed cat's head. is that one. And all the other ones, we don't have anyone even talking about Jesus. We don't have anyone talking about Christianity. We don't have. And as painters, we don't, especially we in this part of the world, Africans, we don't have. What's my business with Hello Kitty? My kids when they watch TV, it's always white people. I'm not a racist, but I'm just saying if many of us begin to innovate, if many of us put on our creative cap, and I bet you in the next 5 to 10 years, you would have a brand that stands out. You will have a brand that is global. You will have a brand, and a brand that's not just global, but that your kids can come and inherit. I don't even know if us thinking that way. This is how we need to start thinking. Because if you're thinking this way, you'll be able to wake up every day. I want to make something happen. Build. No sleepwear, fuel, what do they call that one? Swimwear. There are different ones. Oh my God, maternity. I'm pregnant right now. What about maternity? No, we don't have the one that the trouser we come up here. Whatever that thing is, that spandex or elastic, that thing that you wear it. That's the maternity one. Those things are expensive in America. It's expensive. Maternity is just expensive. I don't know whether the material is different, but it's just expensive. Just like baby clothes are expensive. We don't have. So if you're going to build a brand, I started a kids sleepwear some years ago. After selling the first batch, I stopped. Didn't sustain it. You're sad. What are we going to do to you now? Okay, not to you. I was going to say, what are we going to do to you? Let's arrest you. But what are we going to do for you? Let me be humane. What are we going to do for you? So, ELOY Awards team, please, we need more of us doing this. It's not easy. Don't expect easy. Don't stop. Don't. It is not easy. Enjoy the competition. Enjoy the journey. Embrace it. That's why you must do something that you really love. Embrace it. Because that love is going to always want to make you creative, always going to make you want to do more, always going to make you want to find more and be more and get more. So maybe you're going to go back to it if it's something that you're still interested in, or you probably will try something else. I've stayed on this ready to wear thing for a while, but it cuts across. It cuts across. Whether you're in the catering business of what they call snacks business or something, we're all here buying we're all here buying chin chin inside nylon bag, inside freezer bag. We're all here for years. I grew up with a caterer for years. That's how we used to package chin chin inside nylon bag, 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 until Minimi Chin Chin came and said, enough. We're gonna disrupt this space. We're gonna disrupt. Now everybody has followed. We don't know you. Now Minimi Chin Chin we know. You're on sweet path, but now Minimi Chin Chin we know. Now then start. The person who comes first and who continues to sustain first. If the person doesn't sustain it, then you have a chance. But if somebody like me, you can't have a chance. We sustain the first. First position forever. Our hunger is epic. You can't push us out of the market. Nah, no way. No way. I hope you guys are with me.
Yes,
are we still here?
Yes. Well done.
All right, great. So I'm just going to share quickly. Let me see what's here. Laptop's coming. All right, I'm going to share quickly. Tell how many minutes do I have left? I can't see any. Yeah.
Give or take 10, 15.
Okay, cool. No wahala. I would do my best because I need to just take a break myself before I kick off my next session by 3. All right, so I'm just going to share branding and effective communication. How do we communicate our brand? And you remember when you hear your brand, we're talking about your message, we're talking about your promise, okay? We're talking about what you stand for. We're talking about what you have to offer, the value that you bring to the table. That's everything that makes up your brand, okay? So how do we communicate this effectively? I'm going to share 6 ways with us. So number 1, develop an integrated marketing communication program, okay? By projecting one look, one voice, one core message, one brand promise. One look, one voice, one core message, one brand promise. So you should integrate your marketing message with all of that. Okay, You don't appear, I said that from the beginning, you don't appear on LinkedIn in a different way and appear on Twitter with a different name. You know, no. Everything you do should be aligned. This is not going to happen overnight, but as today you know about it now, so you should start working with this in mind. Whatever you are here should be who you are here. Don't think you can be somebody on Instagram and then you can be somebody else on Facebook. No. It can mess things up for you, because somebody could find you on Facebook and then they see something different that is totally off. We call it off brand. If it's off brand, you know, and then they go on Instagram and you're somebody else, they're like, no, this person. See, when you're building your brand, when you're building a brand and you're building a business, you don't want to build it the way you are right now and the level that you're in right now. You want to build it the way you should be. You want to build it the way, like 15, 20 years into the future. This is what I see. So you bring that thing that you see to where you are. This is how you project something valuable. Anybody who's going to follow your brand is going to follow your brand or buy from you because you look like what they want. You look like what they're looking for. So you don't bring, you know, because I am, how do I put it now? Trying to look for one of those Instagram bio examples to trying to bring one forward. But basically, you should be consistent with your branding, your voice, your message, your unique promise of value. So your unique promise of value, whenever somebody comes in contact with your brand, whenever somebody comes in contact with your product, with your service, with your offering, with what you have to offer, they should get the same experience. Experience is not just that they walked into your shop. You don't need to have a shop per se, right? I don't have a shop. So, but when they come in contact with you, if somebody goes, like you guys are here listening to me, if you go on Instagram, you should be able to see the same thing you see here and that you see here and that you see there. The same thing. That's what we mean. So your unique promise of value, what is the one thing that somebody will get no matter what happens, whether rain, fall, sunshine, the one thing that somebody will get every time they contact or they come in contact with your brand. Every time they come in contact with your brand, it could be something very small. It could be your pricing. It could be the quality. It could be your customer service. It could be your content. It could be your personality. It could be any of these things. So you need to find which of these is your strength. Which of these is your biggest strength point? And that's what you need to begin to brand. See, Apple is innovation, so they brand that. That's the one thing we know about Apple. The next, the luxury of the phone. And we know luxury is not cheap. So that's why you're gonna get an iPhone for $600 or something, you know? So you wanna find your one unique promise of value, so strong, so powerful, something you know you can offer over and again, and you enjoy it, and you stand out with it. You stand out with it. You stand out with it. So you're going to bring that to the table. All right. Number two, decide the core message to be conveyed in every brand communication. Decide the core message to be conveyed in every brand communication. All right. Decide the core message that you're going to convey. If you are saying worldwide delivery in 24 hours, I'm just saying, right? In 24 hours or whatever, make sure that could be your unique promise of value. So anybody who's coming to you, they know that, oh, she's going to deliver in 24 hours. No matter what, she's going to deliver. In fact, under 24 hours, right? So yeah, decide the core message to be conveyed in every brand communication. So your website, your core message must be there. Your blog, your core message must be there. Your social media, your core message must be there. Your advertisement, your core message must be there. Your bio, your core message must be there. What's your core message? What's your core message? All this will make sweet cakes for parties. We need to create something stronger. Something stronger. Something stronger. All this ready to wear, bespoke, we deliver in 24 hours, something. We need to create something stronger. You need to spend time thinking about this. Like I said, it's not going to just one day come to you. No, but at least your mind has been open today. So you begin to leave your mind open so that you can you can be filled with the Holy Spirit. All right, great. Number 3, promote regularly to your audience, okay, and inspire them to choose you over your competition. Promote regularly. I'm going to put something in my mouth, sorry. Promote regularly to your audience, all right, and inspire them to choose you over your competition. So especially those of us that are we use Instagram or we use social media in general, you know, you don't post today and disappear and reappear in 2 weeks. You don't post today and disappear and reappear in a month. You don't do that. If you're going to use those kind of platforms, you must use them regularly. You must have frequency. You must be frequent there. And if you can't do it, you can get somebody to do it for you. You can get a virtual assistant. You can always work with somebody that is an expert when it comes to social media management, and then they can do it for you. Okay? Yeah, they can do it for you. So promote regularly and inspire your people to choose you, to prefer you, to favor you over your competition. So you share content and you share it regularly. You share value and you share it regularly. Whatever it is that you're putting out there, you should share it regularly. Okay? So that people can, because it's reach builds awareness. Okay? Reach builds awareness, but frequency changes the mind. When you reach people with your content, right? If you post today, you reach them. Yeah, they now know that, okay, ELOY Awards or ELOY Foundation or ELOY Company, oh, this is what they do. Great. But when you're able to do that frequently, it changes their mind. So that's why you see adverts of big brands or big organizations, they come in all the time. You see MTN here everywhere you go, MTN there everywhere you go, MTN here everywhere you go. MTN has not stopped since the day they arrived in Nigeria. MTN has been advertising. So you'll be wondering, like, and they're big enough. Like I already use an MTN line, and I'm always buying stuff, buying recharge card and data and all of that. So why are they keeping up with advertising or advertisement? They should rest. But they're not resting. So you can see, before you know, they will come with MTN Jollof. They will come with MTN something else. Glow will come with one thing. What is it? The other one that is red? Airtel. Airtel will come with those women. I'm trying to remember those. MTN will come with those women. Airtel. And they you see, that's the frequency. And they won't stop there. They have a time frame that thing is going to last for. You see, these big brands, they have a plan. They have a process to profit. So we that are small brands, we can copy from them. We don't need to have big budgets like that. We can't afford it, right? No wahala. But at least we can have a plan. We can have a process for the profiting. And these are part of the things that I'm sharing with us. So reach, you know, when you throw out something and you run an advert to it, you run an advert to it, it builds awareness. People get to know, oh yeah, Emily speaks live. Okay, cool, no wahala. But when you do it frequently, when you do it regularly, it changes stuff. You're able to change people's mind because now they can see you in different forms. They can always watch my videos. Oh, today they watch this one. She talked about Instagram. Next morning they watch something else. So she talked about this. Oh, this lady is really an expert in this personal branding matter. It's not just going to fall on my head. I have to make it work. I have to drive traffic to whatever content I want people to see. I have to make it happen. I was just giving a water made by Milano, a wafer. Wafer. Did you mean wafer? Because I thought you didn't say wafer. I thought you meant water. Wafer made by Milano. Generator people. All right, who's talking to me? Let's talk. Is it the people you said? Yeah, you put in parentheses generator. Yes, wafer. Really? Was it just some souvenir, or they're now making wafer? What do you know?
Maybe as a thank you gift.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. If it's a souvenir. Yeah, maybe, yes, was wondering too. She said she was wondering. She Lola, you're a lady, right? Lola was wondering, okay, maybe, yeah, like Tara said, maybe as a thank you gift, like a souvenir. I believe so, like a souvenir. I'm not too sure what what message you're trying to convey to me though. She said no to what? No to, it was not a thank you gift. And what are you trying to say anyway? What are you trying to say to me? What are you trying to communicate? Let's stay within our topic, right? What are you trying to communicate effectively to me? Well, I'm waiting for you. If you send me feedback, I'm gonna pause and respond to you, but I'm just gonna move on. Okay. So like I said, promote regularly. A lot of us, let me quickly just drop this pro tip for us. When you make a post on Instagram, a lot of us use Instagram. Like I'm so sure like a couple of us here use Instagram, right? Let me not say a lot of us, a couple of us, because sometimes people shock me and tell me, no, I'm on Facebook. And I'm like, you're on Facebook, what are you doing there? Go to Instagram. I'm just joking, right? But a lot of us use Instagram, or a few of us, a couple of us use Instagram, quite a number of us use Instagram. And we make a post. Like I was talking to my client this morning, we just started coaching. We've only done one session. This is gonna be the second one. And she was saying that when she tried to sell something, she put something on her feed or to her feed, and that nobody bought it. I'm like, yeah, who did you think was going to buy it? You have 1,000 followers. You think anybody would buy it? Lola, you're trying to say that they sent you the wafer to keep them in your mind as a form of promotion? Okay, so Lola, respond, please. Okay, so she was just lamenting. I'm like, who do you want to buy? The 1,000 people that follow you? Until you learn how to convert your followers to customers, you will keep posting and you would not be selling, because there's a system to converting, there's a system to attracting followers first, there's a system to serving the followers, there's a system to converting the followers, okay, to buyers. For us, we convert followers first to subscribers, and then we turn the subscribers to buyers. We don't convert followers and directly turn them to buyers. So for my type of business, we attract followers, right? And then we convert them to subscribers, and then they become buyers. Those are the 3 stages. So everything we do, we try to serve them at those stages, right? How do we get followers? Okay, this is what we're going to do. How do we turn them to subscribers? This is what we're going to do. And then how do we turn them to buyers or to customers? This is what we're going to do. So those 3 things, we're always working. That's how my business works. That's how we make profit. That's how we sell. That's how we attract new customers or new clients. So number 4, grab attention in the very first few seconds. Okay, grab attention in the you said MTN may be doing different things soon, despite, oh, I didn't read that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they not may be doing, they will be doing. They're always, listen, if you're ever going to be in the game for a very long time, you must be doing new things as often as you should. Okay, you must be doing new things as often as you should. Look at the big brands. See, Apple did the iPod, then Apple did the phone, then Apple from X1, X2, I'm just saying, I don't know the titles of those phones. XE, S one thing, they're still moving and people are still buying. Apple has the smartwatch. Apple has the iPad. So you can't be posting, let me use this one now, every single day to the same audience, and you're posting the same thing and you're expecting results. No, you should be attracting and adding to the followers you have currently. You should be growing. What is not growing, you would even lose what you had before, because people are going to be bored. People are going to be bored. So you have to be growing. So the first thing you need to pay attention to here is that you need to have an advertising budget for your business. You must have something you set aside every single month that you're going to use to advertise. And when I say advertise, I don't want you guys to run off and say, I said sponsored ad. I did not say sponsored ad. No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about advertisements. You have a process. You work with the process. I see a lot of businesses. Let me just use it. Let me just use this data. It's not correct. It's not founded. But let me just use it. If we have 1 million businesses on Instagram, in Nigeria, 999 are getting it wrong. I'm telling you the truth. 999. are getting it wrong. We think it's just about social media. No, it's about the internet and the power of the internet that you and I can leverage. So it's not just about, I see a lot of sponsored ads now since all of us jumped online because of coronavirus, but very wrong, very wrong. Something that is not, let me leave that alone. So grab attention, number 4, grab attention in the very first few seconds. Okay, grab attention in the very first few seconds. And that's why I talked about your brand and I talked about it being leveraged for you. So if you're gonna put out a piece of clothing there or a piece of anything, right? What's gonna make somebody pay attention to it? What's gonna make, if you're gonna make a wedding cake that's 5 steps, is it a new thing? Or what about if you make something that's 10 steps? I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying you should or you can't, right? I'm just giving you this for illustration purpose. Okay, something that can grab attention. If you're putting out content, it needs to grab attention. If you're showing a video of yourself, it needs to grab attention. There's something we call brand anthem, okay, in branding, which a lot of us don't have. A lot of us steal that same data. 1 million businesses on Instagram that are Nigerians or Africans, 999 don't have it. We don't have it because we come, we see what's already existing, we use the same what is already existing. No, you've got to innovate. Always think about that. How do I break through this? This is already too saturated. How do I break through this? I want to be seen, I want to be heard, I want to be paid, I want to be recognized, I want to be highly sought after. How do I break through this? Brand anthem, I'm not going to tell you what it is because we don't have time. We still have 5 minutes, 3 minutes now. So number 5, ensure communication is actionable. Okay, I'm just going to stop here and I'm going to stop it on this point. Ensure communication is actionable. Okay, that means whatever you put out, whatever content you put out, ensure that you are communicating with whoever is reading it or whoever is checking it out, whoever is watching it, whoever is saying it. You're communicating. How can they take action? Should they visit your website? Should they click the link in your bio? Should they send you a DM? Should they make a phone call? How can they take action after seeing a content or a piece of content that you have created, that you have put out there? So ensure that you have call to action in every piece of communication that you make. So you can see even when people that have physical shops, brick and mortar stores. So you will see we are open, come in. That's call to action. That's call to action. Come in. You can see we are open from 12 to 5 p.m. Walk in, let's serve you. That's call to action. We serve the best amala in town. Come in, let's serve you. That's call to action. So if you just stop and we serve the best amala in town, okay. So the person's like, no problem. I know somebody else that sells the best amala in town, so I'm going to just go check them out because I've already been there before. And I think I like the service. I don't know you, so I'm not going to come here. But if you put something else, you know, and then you add call to action to it, then they probably will say, okay, they say we should come in, so let's go. You'll be shocked. Those things are psychological. You'll be shocked how just because you put that, as small as it is, as tiny as it is, but it can do a lot of magic. So whatever piece of content you put, I see a lot of us, even on social media, we do the same thing. We just throw, the worst thing you can do for your brand or for your business on social media is to just throw a picture and not put anything in the caption. It's a sin on Instagram. It's a sin on any social media platform. It's a sin. You need to describe, even if it's with a sentence. Even if somebody sees your picture, especially when you don't have a big following, you're not some celebrity from somewhere with millions or thousands of followers, you know, anything you do is fine. I mean, you've grown, you've gotten the attention of a lot of people. So know what, you can play around. Kadasha can post anything and not even say a word. She will just post and go 40 million likes. I mean, you and I can do that. We never reach that side. We never reach that level. Okay, so the worst thing you can do is to just post and expect, because you posted this piece of yellow cloth, so I should jump at it. No. What is this piece of yellow cloth? And you must be creative with your communication. You must be creative. Remember, you're building a brand. If you're going to stand up with that brand, then you must communicate creativity. You must communicate consistency. You must communicate those things. Very important. Very, very important. And don't forget the call to action. Right? You put something out, we made this for a party, one thing, contact us to order yours or something. If you can say something better than that, great, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I saw somebody's bio the other day. I think she came to my church to preach, and she said something and I had to go and check her bio out. You know, I heard she made moi moi that they ate at White House. No more leftovers. That's the name of her. You can actually check her out. Maybe she's changed it by now. But if you go to her bio, the moment you go there, you know, for me as somebody who is into branding, who looks out for those tiny, tiny details, or who looks out for things that stand out, the moment I actually just went to her bio, the first thing, when they told me, I was like, oh my God, White House, oh my God, moi moi, oh my God. I was just shouting and I was like, this thing is not heard. I said, no, I haven't heard. So I went to her Instagram page and I saw her caption, her bio rather, the moi moi that made it to the White House. Even when you see that kind of thing, you will fear. Because moi moi is not American food. Then it now entered America and then entered White House. How did that happen? What was the process for that? So that kind of creativity, only that one inside her bio is enough. Is enough. So you don't have to fill your whole bio with 160 characters. If you have something that is so strong and so powerful to describe what you do, which actually is your core message, which actually should be your unique promise of value for your brand, communicate it so powerfully, communicate it so confidently, communicate it, be vibrant and bold and courageous. And I think at the end of the day, people will pay attention to you. All right? So that's it. I think I'm done. I'm going to leave the other one. I'm going to leave the other one. So guys, that's a bit about branding and effective communication in business. Branding and effective communication in business. So whatever it is that you are building, whatever it is that you are putting out there, whatever it is, remember some things were said here that stood out. I said them over and again. Remember innovation. Okay. Remember leverage. Okay. Remember communication. Remember effective communication. Remember call to action. And a couple of other things, I'm sure you took notes. So remember those things and use them. Use them. All right. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emily. That was very, very insightful. And as always, my note is filled with different writings that I also am going to take on board. I love the fact that you said that branding is like a living document, because you keep, evolving and changing, and, things happen, and you have to move with the time. I was saying earlier that you move with the time or stay stagnant and die, God forbid. But we're all about surviving this era that we found ourselves, and our businesses will thrive. So thank you very much. So just to do a quick recap on what you said, we have our third speaker that's already online. I apologize, Nancy. We ran over with the first session, and it's all now, having a
Nancy, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I did not overuse my time.
Yes.
It's Tewa and her gang's fault, not mine.
Yes, it's our fault. So you talked about a brand being the experience about you, your product, and your company. And the branding is the activity you put together to make your brand known, i.e. your colors, your logo, whatever it is you want to be recognized by. The brand core message needs to be delivered in a consistent manner. And for you to build any brand, you need to be innovative. Innovation needs to come to play. So the tips on how to effectively communicate your brand, gave us 5 excellent tips. One of them is to develop a core brand value, the way you want to look, the way you want to sound, the way you want to project your message. Find your strength and brand it. I love that. Find what your strength is and brand it. The number 2 point she made is decide what your core message is going to be conveyed in every brand communication. So you sound the same on any platform you're on. So when people see or hear, they know that, that's definitely Tewa. Oh, that's ELOY. Number 3 thing is to promote regularly. There's a saying that goes that if you're not advertising, it's like you're winking to a lady or a man in the dark. They can't see you. So if you want your brand to be out there to survive, you need to be promoting yourself. Have a budget for marketing, no matter how much it is. At least start doing something to advertise yourself. So you're sharing content, you're sharing value, you're sharing regularly. And she said, reach builds awareness. The frequency changes the mind. That is why you still see Coca-Cola advertising from today to kingdom come. Coca-Cola makes their money anyway. So you ask, why advertise? But they need to instill the brand in our minds. The number 4 thing she said is you need to grab attention. the way for you to get put your business on the level that you want to put it to is to grab attention. If we can't see you, if we can't hear you, then what is the point? So use whatever platform you have to grab people's attention to your products and services. Let them feel your products and services. And the number 5 thing she said is ensure your communication is actionable. Don't just do post and no call to action. What do you want them to do? Click the link in your bio, send you an email, go to your website, whatever it is you want them to do. Make sure that you're communicating that and you're not just putting content out there. Don't be shy about your products and services. It's business. Promote it. Feel free to do it. So thank you so much, Emily. This has been so insightful. I know you have another meeting to go to, so we would let you go. If anyone has any questions, please put it in the chat room. We will email them to Emily, and then I suppose she would email them back to us. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for having me, Tawa. Thanks for having me, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. So our next speaker is Nancy. Nancy, are you there? Nancy? Nancy?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. And sorry, we're
Nancy, Tawa, before I leave, hey Nancy, I'm leaving. Just want to wish you all the best, right?
Thank you.
All the best. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Emily. So Nancy, we're taking your session now, and just for, okay, so a lot of people have been here from the beginning, but just for introduction purposes, the ELOY Sustainable Empowerment Webinar Series is a series where we're taking entrepreneurs through a series of different topics to help them to pivot and sustain their businesses in this COVID-19 era. So today we're on our last topic for today, and it's structure, the building block to sustaining your business. And we have the exquisite coach, Nancy Nnadi, who's going to be talking to us on how to build the structure for your business. So Nancy Nnadi is a time-tested and successful serial entrepreneur, Telcom award-winning distributor, speaker, and business growth coach. She is a strong advocate of business structure, and her mantra has always been that any business that isn't structured is losing funds and would, in a matter of time, go bankrupt. After her business failed, Nancy, through her undaunted zeal and quest for business excellence, founded 4 thriving companies called Job Connect NG Consulting Limited, the Nancy Nnadi Company, Agun Dancy Nigeria Limited, and Gig
Nancy.
Sorry?
Agunancy Nigeria Limited.
Sorry. He also sits on the board of City Trust Financial Services Group PLC, a subsidiary of City Trust Holdings PLC. Nancy continues to soar high, building businesses that run smoothly on reliable systems, thereby enabling her work smarter. Being in business now for 14 years and having overcome the challenges that come with entrepreneurship, Nancy, through the Nancy Nnadi Academy, now tends to series of one-on-one consulting, online and live trainings where she teaches business owners proven and profitable action steps that has helped her and her clients build businesses that run smoothly without the CEO and yet make consistent income. Welcome, Nancy. She is a living proof that you can structure your business, bounce back from debt and bankruptcy, and grow your business funds into an account and into an amount that you never imagined. Welcome, Nancy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Tewa. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate you. And I want to thank you for all what you're doing.
Thank you.
I know it's a lot of work. Thank you so much. So thank you, everyone. I hope we are still agile because we've been sitting since morning. I hope we are not tired. So let's just dive into today's session, my session, which is I'm talking about building blocks to sustain your business. So let me just go with this introduction. statistics has shown that a lot of small businesses fails in their, especially in their startup years, in their early years. Even some still struggle, even though they've passed the startup phase, and that can be very discouraging. But however, there are a lot of other entrepreneurs out there that have weathered the storm, so they've gone through it and they've come out stronger. So what I've come to share with you today is that you too, you can also go through it and come out stronger. So before I start, I'd like to share a brief of my story before I go into the point I will be sharing with us so that we can connect. So I started my first business I don't know how to do business, and that business failed. And I realized one of the lessons I learned from that first business was that you don't start a business from your area of weakness. Try as much as possible to start business from your area of strength, especially when it's your first business. Because like I always tell people, your first business might not be your the main business you will end up with, but it's a source of income or it's a source of tool for you to get funding or make money to move you to that place that you want to be. So when you're starting a first business, ensure it's from your area of strength, not your area of weakness. I won't dwell too much on that. So let me move into building blocks, and I will also try to expatiate on structure in that process too. Number one thing that you need to know if you want to build a sustainable business is, first, you must have entrepreneurial characteristics and personality traits. What do I mean? It is very important for you as a CEO to know yourself, to understand your values, what you believe, because if you cannot, any issue? Okay.
No, go ahead.
If you cannot define your own values, or sometimes we have some of these things on the line and we have not been able to, we don't have that self-awareness of what we really want or who we are. If you have not defined your values, what you stand for, and know what you are capable of, it might also affect the growth of your business. And it is important that you also know that some of the characteristics of entrepreneur, one of it is you must be able to take calculated risks, not just risks, but calculated risks. And like I always like to say, if you don't try anything, you will not know if it will thrive. If you are still at the stage of, okay, I want to start a business, I don't know what is happening, and you have not started, you cannot conclude if the business is going to do well or not. Even though you have your projections in place, but you must learn to take calculated risks. That's why we do feasibility studies, we do all the necessary research that we need to do, but you must learn to take risk, because businesses most often comes with their own risk, and you must be ready. A lot of people that like to play it safe in business, most of them don't really succeed like that. Then I'm still talking about entrepreneurial skills. You must be innovative, you must be proactive, you must have that winning attitude, winning mindset, because a lot of things will be thrown at you in this journey to business, but you must be ready to stay firm, to say, I am not going to give up, I will be here to do this thing today. You must not be ready to quit. So I started my business 14 years ago, and when my business was 1 year, I started with 600,000. At the end of 1 year, I have made my capital 3 million. So I was very happy, excited, because of the background where I came from. So I was seeing that kind of money for the very first time. So I was happy, okay, I've made money. Something happened. So I was robbed, and they took away everything I have saved, everything I have made. So I was left with nothing. And at this point, so I want you to understand at this point that challenges are stepping stones to greatness. Challenges are stepping stones to greatness. And whenever you come across any brick wall, don't be quick to run away or run from it. Look at it, get help, sit down with it, look through it very well. If you can conquer some of those challenges, I'm telling you, your success, your big break lies within it. So let me expatiate that with my story. So I cried for days, like, I don't want, how can I get money to start again? I don't have money. I'll cry to my husband, and it was like, I gave you this thing I have. I don't have any other fund to give you. So I said, wow, what will I do now? So on the 7th day, I was led, and the Holy Spirit said, go to your store and call your customers. I didn't understand, but I just obeyed, and I didn't have anything there to even do. I sat down inside the store and I started calling some of my customers, and the idea dropped in my mind. Call them, give them an offer, and tell them that once they pay in the morning, you will deliver in the evening. And I called everyone. A lot of people resisted it, and some people did not respond well. But I see someone the courage to call. At the end, I started getting calls. Hi, hello Nancy, okay, send your account number. So people are bringing cash to you, because early in the 14 years ago, cash was more prominent than transfers. So I'm bringing cash to you, and I was okay, I'm in the office, they can bring it. That was how we did. And at the end of the day, someone that was crying like 2 hours ago that she has no fund, she has no capital to do business. In 2 hours later, I was able to raise OPM, which I call other people's fund, of worth of 50 million naira. So I screamed, I shouted, and I called my husband and I said, hey, did you know what happened? I said, money is in town, and I'm crying for 7 days. And my husband said, what happened? And I explained to him. He came over, took me there. I went to pick the product. And when I picked the product, because I have cash with me, like this popular Yoruba day, they will say, oh, lower at oh, and God will not allow it to be scarce from us. So both people's money and your money, you should just have one. It's better than not having anyone. So when I got there, I negotiated with the vendor, and he gave me additional 1% discount on that particular transaction, and I made 500,000 that day. So what am I saying? Whenever you come across big wall in your business, don't be quick to shut down. Don't be quick to say, oh, this is not the way, because if I have thought back then, I would have said, maybe this business is not my way. But today, I thank God that I continue, because I now realize that I have been able to do so much from that same business. So assuming I give up with that just little trial, I won't be where I am today. But thank God that it happened. But I was able to face those challenges that came up. So number 2, I will be talking about one of the things you need to build a sustainable business is value your customers. Value your customers. And how do you value your customers? Number 1, you must be ready to take feedback. Number 2, like I always say too, feedbacks are opportunity in disguise. Don't see feedback as, oh, this person is just complaining too much. Sometimes we sit down, we are like, we want customer to praise us for doing our job. Like, I've tried my best. Why is she still complaining? No, your customer does not really care in that sense. Like I always like to say that customers are selfish, but you must be ready to satisfy their selfishness. That's the essence why you are there. You must be ready to give them value, and you must understand what value means to your customers. You must analyze it. Today, take a pen, analyze. Okay, these are my target audience. What does value in regard to my industry, not every other person's industry, because value in each industry differs. What does value mean in this industry to these people? In telecommunication industry, where I started for, I've been able to identify about 5 values that makes people to buy from some and continue to buy, and the things that will keep them coming. You must identify the 5. So in order of importance, begin to or deliver or make sure the service has at least the top ones. Ensure you can deliver it, and if you can give value, the only thing customers are asking for, what customers are speaking about or they are requesting from every one of us is value, value, value. If you can give value, they will always come back. So you must understand what value means in your industry. That is one of the things. And I also love what Elia said when she was talking. Like I always like to say, as a business owner, you must drive your business shamelessly. Drive your business shamelessly, because your success, the success of your business is tied around how visible your product you are. How visible your business or your product and service is very key to what we are talking about. Okay, I will share let me give you an illustration for my business. When I was about to start airtime business years ago, I went around my estate and I looked at, okay, who are my target market? Who are those people that used to buy from me? I identified them. So I went to them, tell them, I'm going to start business next month on the 20th. They were like, okay, everybody is selling it. So, and I went back to say, okay, what does value mean to these people? What can I do differently? What is the unique thing I'm going to bring on the table to make them come to me? I sat down, I thought through it, I didn't get anything. So I went back to the market to say, okay, let's go and ask them. I started going around to ask questions. What are the competition? What do they do? Why do you go to XYZ company to buy? They will tell me, I will write it down. Why do you buy from these people? They say they do this, that's why. Okay, why don't you want to buy from this? So what are they doing that you don't like? What do you feel you need them to do? So I gathered those questions and I answered them. And I picked the top 6 that realized that it was what they want, what they really want someone to solve for them at that time. I picked the top 6 and I promised myself that I'm going to solve them. And I solved them and I use it to create a sales message, which every morning, as far as you're a customer that has stepped into my store, you must get my message into that. Once they get it, they respond immediately. I'm coming or their order. From the first day I started the business, I made sales of over ₦1 million. Even for me, I had ₦1 million when I was starting. I started with 600. I had to go and restock same day, like 3 times. So for me, it's an encouragement to me alone. So I tell people, you must understand that there is no such thing as no sales. If you are not selling, someone else is. That's a story for another day. I don't want to bore us with that because my main topic here is building blocks. You must understand that valuing your customer is key. And good visibility converts to sales. You must understand it. Because if people don't know you exist, they can't even buy from you. That's the challenge. If I don't know you exist, how do I buy from you? How do I buy from you when I don't know you exist? It is only when people know you exist that they will actually buy from you. And look at yourself, sit down, all the people you bought from, how did you come across them? Number one is either you saw their advert somewhere or someone introduced you to them. So if people don't know you exist, you cannot sell. So people call me and say, Nancy, how did you grow so much in telecom fast? I am intentional about my visibility. I am so intentional. So when Emily was talking, I said, yeah, this is it. You must be strategic and you must continue to do things that make you to be in the mind of your customers at all times. At all times. Don't just make noise, but make strategic noise. So when you are trying to post on Instagram or trying to sell offline, you must have from the beginning to the end. You must create a strategy that will pick you here and at the end bring money to your table. Bring money to that. Like when she was talking about your core message, once it gets to your audience, it will definitely make them they will even take action. They must take action at that time. And if people are not taking action yet, based on the messages, or your sales message, or the messages you are putting out there, then know that you need to go and put in more work. Identify your value, know what is your pain point, then begin to work around those things so that you can actually get the desired sales that you want. Focus on helping others. When you think sales, don't think, oh, it's stressful. Think sales as helping your clients. For instance, if you have a good product and you know some people sell fake product out there, your product is actually helping. Remember some years back, I saw a lot of people teaching online how to print recharge card and make money. I was just, these people are just lying. They are teaching these people lies. They are defrauding people. I sat back to say, I don't want to teach. But one day, it dawned on me to say, if I don't come out to teach these people, then these people will continue to defraud people. So that is how you should see your business, that your business is helping your clients. When you see it from that perspective, it's more easier for you to market your product because an average human being wants to genuinely help people. So that's that. Then schedule proper follow-up. Ensure you do proper follow-up. Put systems around your follow-up. Create an SOP for your follow-up so that you can delegate it to somebody. Create an SOP on follow-up. Create system around your follow-up. Don't just wait when you're not making sales. Not running metascatter. I'm not selling. Let me call. No, have a system around your follow-up. If you follow up, even to one of my clients, she was on one-on-one session with me, and she came because I said, I'm not selling. I said, okay, can you give me? She actually makes cake, and I said, can you give me in this month last year the people that bought cake from you? She bought it. I say, okay, let's start to call them. Just that call, she got different orders. So if she's too busy and she cannot follow up with those kind of dates, you must understand when your customer will need to buy your product and how you should follow up with them and what you should do to sell to them. Don't forget, driving your business shamelessly, regardless of who is trying to pull you down. It's not your business or who is talking, but be focused. Be focused because you know what you are. Then let me move on. Then right pricing is very important. Right pricing. You must understand the characteristic of actually fixing the right price. I know I've done a post on it on my page, and scroll through my page, you see what do you need to put in consideration when you are pricing your product or services. Don't just assume. When I started business years back, I used to think that competition don't matter. That's the mindset. I don't want to look at them. But you are deceiving yourself. I realized later that I was deceiving myself. It's not about you putting your competition down. It's about you just having the full knowledge of what is happening in your industry. You must know what is happening in your industry to stand out in that industry. If you don't know what is happening in your industry, then how do you stand out? How do you stand out? So you must try and always know that customers, you should have a system of customers repeating sales from you, because sales is the lifeblood of every business. If you are not selling, then you can't even be in business. So you must ensure you have a system in place, or you have an SOP in place to help you ensure there is repeat sales. If somebody has not come today, I'm sure they come tomorrow. So like in my office, I have a software that I use, and every day I have a team member that will print out all the sales that came in. And I like the people that did not show up that day. And the next morning, that will be the people they will call. So they won't call every customer. They will highlight and call the people that didn't show up yesterday. Oh, good morning. We didn't see you yesterday. Say my child was sick. Oh, sorry. You show empathy with them. Some will say, no, I still have stock, but so you are on top of your game, so that when any little thing change in your business, you are aware. Because some people, their sales started dropping like 2 months ago, but they are not aware until it got worse. But when you are on top of your sales and you are tracking it, then you will be aware when some of these numbers are changing or it is dropping. You will know, so you can act fast. Customers, a company process for acquiring and maintaining customers. You must have a process of acquiring customers. How do you acquire customers? Because as you continue to grow in business, your customer base should continue to increase. You can't continue to have the same number of customers forever. So how do you acquire customers? And I remember Emilia said something about budgeting, advertising budget, advertisement budget. Have a budget and know, okay, at what time, okay, where do I have cluster of my audience? Where do I have cluster of my target market, so that I can advertise to them, so that I can add? Because if you advertise to your audience, I'm telling you, with good sales message, with your core value or your core message in your sales message, there is no how they will not respond, and there is no how you will not make sales. I remember my early days, every day for like 10 years, I send SMS out. And there is no day we don't send SMS out and we don't make sales. We make every sales. I don't want to call numbers on this platform. Every sales, not small sales. So if it can happen to me, I did not do magic. You can do it. And it will also be the result that you actually see in your business. So let me move fast, taking to that. Then I'm going to number 3, strategic planning and management. Strategic planning and management. I am not a big fan of elaborate business plan. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not a big fan of it, because what I believe is day-to-day planning. Plan your day. But if you need to from any bank, you will definitely need a business plan. But the important planning and plan, like I always tell people, I say, when I was actively involved in my airtime business, I make my sales in the early hours of the morning. So I wake up, I know my thinking, I know my strategic thinking time. And I will tell you, find yours. When is that time that you are productive, that when you are thinking, you can just be unique, you can create you can be innovative at that time. Please find it, don't have it. Find it. Until I found I never knew. So at that time, by 2, I'm up. So between 2 to 4, 5, I'm already thinking of, okay, I'm looking at the report of yesterday. What happened to their sales? What can I do to make it better? So by 5, I'm done with the strategy for today. And Emilia to say something. You have to be strategic. You have to be changing your strategy from time to time. You can't stick to one thing. You have to be innovative. You keep changing your strategy. That's where the true success lies. Because you can see two business owners, A and B, and one person is doing the same business and is saying, I'm not making money, and the other one is catching out. It's because the other person is not strategic enough. You must be strategic in business if you want to succeed and actually build wealth and even outlive it. You must be strategic. And also understand, find your strategic thinking time. Find it. It is just try, wake up in the morning, wake up in the afternoon, and see that time that you are more productive. Then you invest your energy more, preserve your energy more to this period. And you will see a new change, you, and you will be wow that, okay, I can actually do this, I can actually do that. So let's move on. Be strategic. And still talking about strategic. Is somebody talking?
No,
Strategic planning. Do you want to have a question? Are you saying something?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, still talking about strategic planning. I want to talk at this point that every business owner, you must have a goal of what your business wants to be. And at this point, I'm talking about planning your financial goals. A lot of people start business, they don't even have any financial goals. They just come into business to say, okay, I just want to sell, I'm making sales. So nothing is driving you. You are just there. So I'm going to share a quick one with you. I never used to be a person of, never used to be somebody that was conscious of financial goals until in 2012, MTN Nigeria came with a promo. And as at that time, I was still doing turnover of 40 million in a month for MTN products. So they came and they created a promo and they said they have 3 categories: platinum, gold, and silver. For platinum, you have to do 100 million. And the highest person in that category will get a Kia truck worth 5.5 million. Then the second one was 50 million max. You get something else, the last one. So I looked at it. As at that time, I was doing 40 million monthly. I looked at my books and I told my account officer that I'm going to go for the platinum. He said, no, Nancy, why don't you take gold since you are still doing 50? I said, no. I said, it will cost me nothing to stretch myself. If I stretch myself, I will sell more. Then number 2, if I don't make the car, I would have made profit because I would have sold. And she said, okay. She was not doing it to discourage me. She actually loved me. She doesn't want me to lose out, because the game was, if I got to 90 million, I would still not get anything. And because I did not pick the category of gold at the initial stage. So people that picked it are the one that will win in that particular category. I said, let me just try. So I started. So on the first day, write this down, because this will help your business change. Your financial situation can change forever. And I'm going to give you Bible backings to my theory. I'm going to share my experience. I achieved it, and I will now tell you where it is, so that you can know that these things work, and we need to start adopting some of these things. So I sat down and I looked at it. I said, okay, let me break this thing into milestone. So I divided it by 4 weeks in a month. I got 25 million per week. I said, okay, let me divide it per day. So I used 5 days and I got 5 million per day. And as at that time, I was not selling up to 5 million per day at that time. So I started thinking, what will I do? And I tell you, when you set financial data, I don't want to use the word realistic now, when you set financial goals, let me leave it at that. When you set financial goals, it drives you to beat the result. That's the key point I want you to take out. It drives you to beat that reality, and you'll be amazed when the reality comes alive. So I was like, okay, 5 million daily. So the first day I did all of what I could do. I called, I did everything. I made 3 million naira sales. I was like, oh, I didn't meet this. I didn't meet today. So the next day I got home, I started thinking, what can I do? I was creating, just like what Emilia said in concerning MTN, I was creating different strategy every day. So this second day I said, okay, I'm going to buy a little freezer in my office. As customers walk in, because I sell to wholesalers, I will tell them, we'll send SMS out, bring 1 customers and we'll give you extra chilled months to relax your nerves and all that. So I thought it was just something simple that would not work. I didn't know it would work. As customers were coming, they were coming with people. As they were coming with, Madam Nancy, they will go and meet my staff. I bought somebody, I bought this person to buy from you. We'll give them chilled malt. So I bought a carton of malt and I put it in my. At the end of that day, I made 5 million naira sales. I was shocked. I was like, wow. If I have not pushed myself, I didn't even know it exists. So I moved on. And when I moved on, I was like, what's this? What's happening? And the sales increased. The third day, the sales increased. That was how the sales increased. And I was not even selling 5 million daily again. I was not even selling 10. And at the end of the program, I have actually done times target. And I became the winner of that particular category. And they gave me the care truck. And I won. Despite the fact that I made money selling my product, I also won the care truck of 5.5 million. So what am I saying? And what am I saying? You can actually achieve whatever you set as your capital. This thing let me bust your bubble a little. It might disturb some people. Some people ask questions like, Nancy, what are you saying? Whatever your capital is, it's also backed up in the Bible. Matthew 25. If you're a Christian, you can read it. If you're a Muslim, you want to interpret it to you. When the Lord gave them talents in the Bible, they all doubled it at the end of the year. So you have capacity to double your capital annually. You have the capacity to double it. So if you're starting your business with 1 million, it is given. It is in you to double it to 2 million at the end of the year. It is because I have done it. Even mine was not doubled. I said 600 to 3 million. That was like times 5. So if I can do times 5, you can do double. Double is the minimum least. So and if you are not achieving it now, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's just an awareness that you have got to do that. Okay, I have the capacity to double my capital annually. Then what should I do? Then you don't have to sit down and draw a plan of how to achieve it. So let's move on. I'm a big advocate of strategic planning. It is good to plan and manage. Plan, because planning will help you. It will make it easy for you to actually achieve some of the things you want to do. So planning is a continuous thing. You don't plan, you say continuous planning, monitoring, analyzing, assessing of all the necessities that need to bait what you have planned. It's a continuous process. It's not just a one-off thing. So poor strategic planning and management is one of the major causes of small business failure in this part of the world. Is one of the major causes of failures of small business in poor strategic planning and management is one of the major causes of business failure in Nigeria. So, and this has to do with a lot of people don't even have the clear where they are going to. See, talking about planning, they don't have the vision of where they are going to. And the truth is, like, I've come to encourage you this afternoon. I've come to encourage you, motivate you, to tell you that you already have a vision in you. When I started my business, as at that time, I didn't know I had a vision. And it's the same reason why I started it. It's still the vision till today. But you just need someone to help you harness your vision, to come up with some questions and answer. Your vision is actually destination, where you want to be. And your mission is that help you get to your destination. And the truth is, if you have a clear vision, it helps you against a lot of stress. Number one, it will help you against unhealthy competition, because you know where you are going to, you know where you are headed, and you will not be going to someone, you will not be following someone else's. For instance, if I am heading to Lekki and my PA is headed to maybe Yanopaja, we are not going to follow the same path. So our journey is not the same. So it will help you to relax. When you see somebody doing something, you're like, okay, I'm my own, and I'm also at this level and this person. So it helps, and it's one of the greatest thing it does for you is that it makes you focus. Makes you focus. And if you don't have a vision, or you are not clear of your vision, a lot of noise in the marketplace will keep swinging you left and right, and you will swing into depression. I've been there. You swing into depression. You want to please people. But that's one of the lessons I learned. I was making money, and I started having friends. When people came to me, people came to make friends with you for different reasons. You don't know. You cannot open anybody's mind. So some of them will come here and say, I didn't know that I was doing far well than some of them that became my friend in the industry. So they came to me to actually know, what am I doing? And it's not bad for them to know. But the only thing is that because I wanted to please them, I started changing some of my standards. I started destroying some of the things that helped me stand, some of the things that helped me grow. So when they want to say, Nancy, no, why will you do it? It's not fair. Why will you be giving your client extra much? You don't know that it will affect us. I will just stop it to say, I don't want them to feel bad. The truth is, I'm doing my business. I'm being strategic. MTN is giving extra bonus. If a seller don't want to give it, it's a seller's problem. So I'm not in this business to make you fail. I'm just strategic for myself. You must understand, be able to define this so that people don't come to you and you are feeling depressed that I don't want them bad. You have not done anything bad. You are just being strategic, and they are not. And they can also be strategic in other areas. They can do other things. They can be creative. So I listened to a lot of them, and I stopped some of the things I used to start. So I would just create one thing new. Today I'm doing a new thing. Tomorrow I'm giving my customers gifts. Next week I'm doing something new. I stopped because I started having friends in the industry. They're like, Nancy, why are you doing this? When you do this, you will not sell. I started going back. My business started going down. My sales started dropping. One day I look at my books. I say, what is this? And I'm so sorry, I'm too spiritual. We say Holy Spirit, the Christian. I'm sorry. So and the Holy Spirit said, go back to your first love. I did not, that thing, I struggled with that message for like, before I understood it. And now I had to go back to how I used to do before, and my sales came back to normal. So you must understand your vision. You must be clear about where you're going to. You must know what you're doing so that nobody will push you around. And also you must understand your values. What are your belief system? Because your beliefs will help create your values, and your values will help you create the culture, how you behave, or even your brand message out there, what people perceive you are. You might be saying, we in our company, we don't lie, we are this. But people, what are your target audience seeing? So you must also be able to look at that and be open enough to yourself, embrace feedback, because I like feedback a lot. When I see somebody complaining, I pay attention, because I realize that feedback is opportunity in disguise, is money. So when you are running away from feedback, I'm telling you, you are not doing yourself something good, because a lot of us, we don't want criticism. So most time when people come to say, oh, it's your staff, or you didn't do this thing, you are like, you just want to tell them it's okay so that everything goes. No, get the full information and work at it so that you can do better. Let's move on. The number 4 building block is human capital. Human capital. Building an ownership mentality team. It is very important for you as you grow. Even though you're a one-man business, fine, you will still evolve, because there is a level that you get to. Like I always like to tell people when I'm teaching structure, I tell them, wealth is hidden from those that want to do it all by themselves. If you feel I want to be the only one running my business, I don't want anybody because they will steal from me, you can't be wealthy. You can't. There is a way to actually protect your business that nothing will be missing from it. If you don't know, ask questions, seek for help. Seek for help, because the help is available. So wealth is hidden from those that want to do it all by themselves. And a lot of us have so much expectations from our staff. Oh, the girl is not doing it the right way. This is how I want it to be done. She's not doing it. But let me tell you, before you request that people do things the right way, there is a setting that your business must have. There are some things that you will put on the table before they can actually function well. Getting things done is not that difficult the way we say it. But we must be able to make some tools available for our staff, for them to actually be able to deliver the way we want it. Just like having your staff handbook in place, having your employee manual or staff handbook in place, having your SOP in place. SOP will help you. Having systems around what you do, it will help you, a detailed way of how you want your business to be done, whatever you want to be done in your business. And whatever mistake your team members are currently making today, I always say, don't blame them. If you don't have a standard operating procedure in place, how do you think they will know? Because most of us think communicating with our staff orally, I have realized that the best way of communication is written, documented communication. And most of us, because we are still small business owner, we're like, oh, I cannot access email, no internet. But let me tell you, you don't need to use internet. You can use your WhatsApp. You can use your phone. Let me give you a clear example. Okay, years back, I remember one day, we actually sent one of our dispatch riders to go and pick goods from a particular vendor in Ikeja. And he just drove down to Lekki to go somewhere else to meet another vendor. And we were calling him because he had stayed long. We were calling him, where are you? He didn't pick. He said, when he got there, he now called back. They said, we don't have goods here today. We now asked him, where are you? At XYZ Limited at Lekki. Who told you to go to Lekki? He said, oh, that's what he heard. So I called my manager. The manager said, that's what they told him. So I'm not there. And because I am not there, I cannot be saying, I'm sure my manager told you the right thing. I cannot be saying anything. So what the solution for that is having a documented way of communication. Communication is not clear until the receiver gets it. You must understand this, because a lot of business owners, we shout. I ask people, do you still shout in your business? If you are still shouting that your staffs are not doing the right thing, please, you need to structure your business. If at all you don't even have money to structure your business, I don't have money to invest now, just get SOP and document your processes so that it can help you reduce those shouting and pressure or stress that comes from interacting with your employees. And I can tell you, 92% of employees have good intentions when coming to work with you. But when you don't structure your business, you make them to steal. So the fault is the fault of the CEO. When you have not structured your business and they steal. And I still want to let you know, let me also add this at this point, that we still have 8% that will steal, even though the business is structured. So don't be don't feel there are still 8% of them, because I actually had structure in place and someone stole about 4.5 million naira worth of goods. But the good thing about it is that if that happens, you will be able, there is an alarm that you will know that something has been taken out of your business. And immediately I saw that something was taken, I quickly came for auditing check, and we realized that it was this branch, and we went to do search, we went to report to the police, we went to do search in our house, and we found our goods worth 4.5 in a Ghana must go. She wanted to go and start the business. So you must understand the part that you play as a CEO. If you are feeling that your staff are stealing from you right now, I'm telling you, it's your fault. It's not their fault. You must put in place. I'll talk so much about that when we get to resources management down. So let me move on. This aspect is actually building. How do you build ownership mentality team? Number one, you must be trustworthy. As a CEO, your word should be your bond. Because a lot of us take our employees for granted, and you want them to be committed in your business. If you can say something and you don't keep to it, nobody will be committed to you. And ownership mentality team is about give. You will give first before you take. A lot of people want to take, but they don't want to give. You must be ready to sacrifice into your team by training them, by also hiring the right person. And hiring skillful people in terms of your industry. Don't just hire people because your brother knows them. Don't bring people from the village because you don't want them to steal. There is a way to protect your business that they will not steal. So why bring mediocre people to your business? Because all those things add to the stress that the CEO is having. When you can just tell your sales rep to say, type that letter and send it to them. Because you have people that cannot think, you will be the one to write the letter, you will be the one. So you are stressed up at all times. I've been there. That's why I'm talking like this. I've been there, but no. And I used to think that when I hire somebody and the person is very good, I used to feel that, this person is very good, it will steal from me. A limiting belief that is very bad. But thank God I've been able to overcome it. So now I need skillful people. The thing I need is to put structure in place to ensure that my money, my assets, my properties, or my cash is well protected. That's all. And it is not the fault of your employees. It's the fault of the CEO. It is not, let me not use the word fault so that you are not feeling bad. It is just your responsibility to be on top of your numbers. It's not their own. So it is your responsibility to be on top of your numbers. And let me tell A lot of good employees out there. I want us to start to change the narrative where employees are bad. A lot of good employees out there. If we don't make the workplace conducive for them, then they will not be able to thrive. They will not be able to deliver. You must understand that there are some tools and structures that you need to put in place to ensure that these people can actually work or operate your business even in your absence, and do it as if it's their own. That is what ownership means. Ownership mentality, team or staff. I tell you, sometimes I'm at home and I'm saying, God, thank you for my staff. If they don't make sales a day or they don't meet up to their target, they are more concerned than me. You would have done a lot to get to that stage. It's a journey of today. It's something that we have done. So you must, and some of them quickly share some of the few things that you need to start doing for your employees to see. Number one, train your employees, train them so that they can act based on the organization that you are building, and hire people based on your vision and based on your values. Don't just hire somebody anyhow. Somebody just bring somebody out. It's okay, it's my sister. You just hire like that. No, there will always be sentiment in those kind of hiring. Even though you want to hire family and friends, there must be standard in place, and that is where having a staff handbook comes to play, or employee manual. That is where it comes to play. So there is standard, and the standard is for everyone, including whether your siblings is working with you. Nobody breaks the policy of the organization. As a CEO, you must not be seen as the person breaking the policy. You must be committed to the process, because structure will only work when you allow it as a CEO. If the CEO don't allow it, the structure cannot even work. It cannot stand. You must be committed to that process. And I want to leave you with this on having employee mentality. You must also be transparent. You must be transparent. You must be transparent. There are lots in that particular session. Let me move on. I don't know how many hours I have so that I can know, so that I can cover what I need to talk about.
Hours.
So,
no hours, though. You said, I don't know how many hours I have left. You have just about 5 minutes left.
Jesus. Let me rush down. So that's why, thank God I asked. Let me just go to some important things I need to share now. So the fifth one is social capital, building valuable relationships. It's very important you build valuable relationship, because relationship is actually currency in business. It's currency. Don't overlook it. Build reputation. Reputation is all currency. I can't share story anymore. No time. Build network. Build valuable network. And also be valuable to your network, to be valuable to people. It's not always about you getting from people. You too be ready to also give to people. Then number 6 talks about resources management, very profound and key. I know that resources management, allocating and managing your resources, financial, time, and other things. But let me go into this first point. You must understand that for you to actually build a sustainable business, you must be able to separate yourself from your business. You must know that your business is a separate entity from you. You and your business are not one in that sense. Your business is a separate entity from you, and wealth is hidden in that line. Until you understand how to actually separate yourself from your business and the principle to keep to it, you will realize that building wealth in your business will just be something that will amaze you. Then the next point is financial management. Talking about financial management, proper accounting, proper bookkeeping is very key. And there are 2 important aspects that you must look at: your cash flow and your inventory. Inventory is cash. And if you are into service-based business, you are not into product-based business, your service must be well articulated. Your product and services is key. How do you safeguard them? A lot of people overlook inventory and only focus on cash, because cash is, okay, how much did you sell? How much do you have in your custody? Let me see it. And you leave your inventory there. You don't take records. You don't take checks. Inventory is very, very important. Then the third part of resource management is paying yourself what you are worth. As a business owner, for you to grow wealth in your business, you must pay yourself. And it's not just about paying yourself. It's paying yourself what you are really worth. That amount that you are really, and there is a yardstick. We have a template of how to actually determine what to pay yourself. And there are rules to how to stick to it. And I will employ you that don't take it lightly. Paying yourself is the first principle in business finance. It helps you build wealth, because if you don't pay yourself, you just draw from your business at will. But when you pay yourself, there is a boundary that you have created. And it is not just about paying yourself, it's having the ability to also stick to it. So let's move on. Then the number 7th one is system and automation. We talk about structure. Structure is how can your business operate with or without you. And I said it earlier that if you really want to build wealth, you must build a business that depends on systems, not on people. Your business should not even depend on you, the CEO, let alone of any other employees. And how do you achieve that? You have to create different systems around your business to ensure your business can function without you. You have to have tools like SOPs, documenting all your processes, all your procedures, to make sure that those things can actually function without them even calling you. Like I always like to say, can you walk out of your business 6 weeks and come back, you still meet the business making profits? Is there anyone in the house that can do that? If you cannot do it, there are people already doing that in this country, and it can work for you. The truth is, you have not even seen how much you can make. And if you don't structure your business, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. You are leaving a lot of money on the table. Like I used to say, a business that is not well structured is losing fund. And the last part, I have to just rush. So automation is about structure, is about automating your business. So once you are not there, everybody can come in and things are going on. You don't need to be there for things to work. You don't need to be on ground for anything to work. But the truth is, you must, even though you are not there, everybody understand, they have their job description, there is SOP in place. Everybody knows the rules and mission of the organization. The staff handbook covers the rules and the policy that is pertaining to your employees themselves. Why the SOP talks about the operational procedures, how we do things, and structure is how we do things in our organization. How do you do things? How do you want it to be done? It will be defined, well explained, well documented. Like even though you are not there, they can always fall back to the document and carry it on. Also, even when an employee decides to leave the organization, because we must understand that soldier go, soldier come, barrack must remain the same. You cannot say because you're an employee no longer working, that's why I'm going to shut down my business. It's not possible. So, but a lot of people are in that particular situation. Once a particular employee does not come to work or they don't show up, they are already, that day is destabilized. You must come out of that place. There is a better place where there is rest, there is peace of mind, there is abundance of, it even helps you with abundance. You realize that, okay, so I'm doing all this and it can work. And the truth is, there is a lot in you that you have not beaten. But once you structure your business very well, once you put it well, then you can evolve into other ones. Years back, I was doing only telecom, but now I can run different businesses because I've been able to implement structure there, and I can replicate those models in the new business I want to start, and I can do as many as I want to start. So that's that. So the last point, the God factor. In business, you must understand the God factor. God, how you understand God to yourself. Just know that there is a God. And like I always say, hard work is important in business. But God has promised us that if we do our part, He will always fulfill His part. So it is important that you do your part. You do your part by putting in the work. Like I was talking to someone yesterday, I was talking to a particular client of mine. I was telling her, if you don't put in the work, you can never get the result you want to get. There is a part for doing the work. You cannot leave it undone and expect miracle to fall. So there is that part of doing the work, and there is that part, and like the Bible also says, there is for you to actually build wealth or build a sustainable business, you must have systems in place. System is, okay, I've been able to create a product first, and the product is good. Then you've been able to put systems in, have more other people, maybe like 5, 10 people that can also create what you have created and help you multiply it. Then the next one is distribution. How do you ensure you can distribute it to more people can have your product, and that is how value is being exchanged. That's how we exchange value. Because if you give value, you get value back in return. And lastly, when you can have a structured business, then you can dominate in any phase, in any area of business that you are. So Let me leave you with this. Any business that is not well structured is leaving money on the table. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Any business
Yeah.
that is not well structured is losing money. Thank you so much. This has been this afternoon. You know, we've been posting that it's going to be a ghost bath section. And it has been from the morning on now. Thank you so much, Nancy. That was unbelievable. Everybody has their notes filled to the brim, because really and truly we are in a season where we need to explore everything to be able to succeed in our businesses. And I know for sure firsthand that if you don't have a structure in your business, that is a fast free fall to, you know, not succeeding in that business. Because when structures are in place, you are able to checkmate things. Structures could be as little as knowing, you know, where XYZ goes within the company, within the office, because it's really, really important. And I love what you said about the fact that a lot of staff, I think you said 90% of staff come into the office, come into your work
92.
with good intention. But
Yeah,
if they don't find a proper structure in place, it would destabilize them and they would do anything and anyhow. So as business owners, we need to put this at the forefront of our minds. Write SOPs. At the beginning of Exquisite Magazine, we didn't have a proper structure because it was, you know, it was something I started because I loved, you know, it was a hobby that I eventually turned into a business. But soon I realized that I was losing a lot of money because there was no structure in place. So for you to effectively run your business and survive, you need to have that structure in place. You spoke about, you know, having the entrepreneur characteristics, being innovative, having a winning mindset, promoting your business shamelessly. Before, I also used to be shy about, oh, I don't want people to know me. No, it's now is the season where you have to be out there, because people want to do business with who you know. Even if they don't know you personally, they at least can put a face to your business. So be visible, show yourself, you know, unashamedly. Ensure that you do follow up. Thank you so much for that, because that is so important. And you made you cited an example of a lady that bakes cakes and then went back to her customers and was able to get, you know, feedback from them. The thing is, we forget the old customers, but these customers are people who have tried and tested our products. So that means they know us. So revisit them. You know, share your new products with them, whatever it is you've pivoted to in this COVID era. Show them what you're doing. Let them know what they're doing. We've also gone back to our email database to start sending messages to people who have done business with us in the past, because these people know us and they're easy to convince instead of, you know, the new customers that would come in. So utilize all these tips. And I love the fact that you've said that you can't do it by yourself. Your business needs to be able to run with or without you. You can't be on holiday thinking, how is my business doing? Or you can't be ill thinking your business is not going to go anywhere because you're not there. So structures are required to be in place. You need to put that structure in place for your business. Thank you so much, Coach Nancy. You talked about building ownership without you. You said you need to be trustworthy to people you employ and to your clients. You need to have that social capital on whatever social media platform your customers are. You need to be you need to have resource management, financial management, keeping, you know, proper book record, have system on automation. And like she said at the end of it, any business that is not well structured is losing money. We cannot be losing money in this COVID era. We should be saving money and using and reinvesting that money into our businesses. Today has been so insightful. Thank you so much, Coach Nancy. We really, really appreciate it. And we have all learned a lot. I'm sure we have. If anyone has any questions, I'm looking through the chats and I don't see questions. But people are saying thank you. Omobolale said thank you. And Fumi also said thank you before she, Fumi even wants all the slides. I mean, the summary. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, everybody, for participating. It has been an insightful period. At the end of the ELOY webinar series, we're going to send a summary of all the days to everybody, so you'll have something to look through as you go on. Remember that 2020 is not cancelled. In 2020, people are still making money, and we can all make money.
Yes,
And even survive
money.
in our businesses. So it's been, Akasa said, thank you very much. So it's been a great day with you guys and ladies. Have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, if you want to, anything, you can send us an email, eloyawards@mag.com, and we will be able to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, Lola wants the email. I'll send you the email.
Thank you very much, Madam. I had a great time today. God bless
You're welcome.
you.
Business biz. Thank you for joining us. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a great evening.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you.